for help. He paid them up front, gave them a little coin, and asked them not to ask too many questions. They fought off a bunch of guards that were chasing soon-to-be-revealed prince of the city, and in the process, escaping the city, they had made their way to a private villa of the prince, where they were informed of the history of the 3 slave port cities. And they were introduced to the ancient history.
For me.
Oh man, it basically continues plundering booty. Let's go. Nice.
It's been a month already.
It's already been a month,
Yeah.
yep. As I was saying, some history for some ancient trials have been revealed to the party members, and they have made their way to the first trial, that of the trial of Jolim. They've arrived outside, and upon arriving outside, they are introduced to a strange writing on the outside of the door. In the land of the shining light, 3 kings had set out to start a new kingdom. It was supposed to be a verdant cradle, a new bountiful land rich with magic. However, one of the kings was a traitor, and with his eye he struck the others down and attempted to claim their treasures. Type it, type it, type it. It's inside your guys' story info, strange writing above the tomb. You guys can just open it.
Yay!
Cool.
And that is where we're going to get started. Sindrel has taken interest in the writing around the entrance of the tomb. Being the archaeologist that he is, he has informed the party members that he would spend most of his time upon arriving here deciphering the ancient language around the outside, because there is a bit written in common, and then there's another bit written in a different language that nobody here can read. And this, yes, common.
I can read it.
Yeah.
The common of commons.
If I can technically read any language.
Okay, so this is where we start off this session. What would you guys like to do?
Do the, I guess, the writing give off faint magical things? See if we can sense anything magical.
Yes, you can detect magic all throughout this entire structure. The fact that this has been revealed once again is due to the sole purpose of magic. The entire area is saturated in a magical conjuration and illusion spell that has been active for a very long time.
I wonder if the illusion spell is to hide it when it's not needed, or to make it here when it is.
Level up. If I level up, I should be able to counter it. Let's see what happens.
So, you said there's a door, right?
Yep. And it is open here at the entrance.
Got you. So, I will stealth and go check the door.
Okay.
Going to look for traps on my way up.
Yeah, go ahead and your passive perception doesn't detect anything.
Okay, move forward.
Hey, no swearing on Teach's Twitch stream. No hex, no fricks, no double-decker dicks, okay? Have a good stream. We will. Damn straight. As you approach, the runes around the outside of the door begin to glow, and they seem to be from, like, one side, they kind of glow individually, as it's like a loading thing, is the best way to describe that. It just, like, the runes like start to glow from one side, and it fades as it kind of like shifts to the other around the door.
Does it only do one?
Nope, it basically continues. Every time it reaches one side, it bounces back and starts going the other direction. It takes about a minute for it to complete the cycle.
Is there any sticks or anything around?
No. There are no
Rocks?
sticks around. There are rocks. There are plenty of rocks.
Can I toss relatively bigger rock into the hall to see if, when that light passes through, see what happens with it?
Yeah, it passes through with no issue. The light continues like normal, and you hear the echoing bounce of the stone hitting stone. LEDs in the runes are on wave mode. They are on wave mode, you are correct.
It's aesthetic.
It is aesthetic as hell. But no,
I'm begging the party. Should we go down the hall?
I guess so. I don't see why not.
I'm gonna do a quick investigate through the hall.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and roll an investigation check.
Roll anytime now. Jesus, that lag delay.
Okay. Yeah, no. As you begin looking down the hallway, nothing catches your eye. It's very uneven stonework. This place looks extremely old. There's not a lot of dust, as it's just kind of made out of stone, and there hasn't really been any living creatures been able to enter it, and God knows how long.
Don't we know how long? Like the story.
Yeah, the story gives you a rough estimate of the last time a living creature had entered the temple, the shrine, the tomb, whatever it is referred to as.
I'm happy we're just back in a dungeon. Feels like we're back at home.
Right? Finally, to a dungeon.
Okay, I'm going to stealthily enter the dungeon.
Okay.
Well, wish me luck, guys.
Good luck, don't die. Watch it for traps.
Nathan needs therapy usually, but not in D&D.
Not indeed. I like holes in the ground. They're safe.
Are you saying that your character is in no way needing therapy?
My character? Oh, he's fucked up.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, should we follow Zappa?
I was about to
I'll
say.
have a blood-curdling scream out back to my party. Ah!
Oh God, I'm dying! Don't come in here!
Or I'll throw a voice 30 meters in front of him and just, scare the shit out of him.
Okay. Ish. You approach slowly.
Yeah. Could I stealth?
Oh yeah, I should stop too.
Yeah, y'all can roll stealth if you like.
No, just stand right behind the 23 stealth thief and don't stealth. It's perfect.
No, we don't need stealth.
Who needs fucking stealth? Run in there! Just do it!
Damn it, don't.
So for a second, I thought that I rolled the 5, and I was like, how is that possible? 7.
Yeah. So, Gameth is the only one standing there completely oblivious to everybody else skulking about.
No. Here's the thing. I think I'm stealthing.
Correct.
I'm helping.
Okay.
I'm
Yeah.
helping.
I can't click. Who knew? I can't click Twitch stream to move my character.
Oh no, who fucking figured?
You do that all the time.
I do. I see roll 20. I was like, oh yeah, this is me. Has to be me.
Definitely me.
So,
Definitely don't see Forrest's face up in the corner.
right,
Oh, it's
Zap, as you begin making your way inside of the dungeon, the hallway begins to snake and head deeper and deeper through. No light sources are before you, and it takes your eyes a moment to adjust before you see a faint glow coming from around the corner. A kind of bluish light.
Knowledge Arcana?
Sure, go ahead and roll Arcana. Yeah, surprisingly, you can tell that the light is magical in nature. Though you can't make out from where you are, you get a general gist that it's coming somewhere from the floor area. It could be conjuration, could be evocation, could be any number of things, but your knowledge is still limited in this field.
Gotcha. Call my party forward. Looks like I ain't dead yet.
I'll take that.
I'll take that. Cool. It's just strolling like nothing happened.
Just keep
Just
going.
rolling.
I'm approached. God.
He skulks inside of the dungeon.
We could just yell hello.
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 While I let you guys do this, I am going to fuck with the snake real quick. Which would be
What do you do,
smart.
I think?
I am fixing him. As I did not get the opportunity before.
But he wants to have children eventually.
I see.
I don't think we want your snake to breed.
I do. I want little snakelets.
Little snakelets. I don't like that.
No, I agree with you.
I want
So,
snakelets.
Zap, as you make your way around the corner, before you, on the floor, are a bunch of strange symbols carved into the ground, and each of the symbols, like the runes at the door, slowly pulsate with light. It's not doing the wave that it was, going from one side to the other, but each seemed to kind of dim
lost that.
down. Oh.
Yeah,
Well, shit.
that's who left. I was like, who
Bastard.
disappeared? Did
See,
his
that's what I mean.
internet
I
die?
have so many opportunities to make another copy.
Right.
I'm going to sleep.
Right.
Go to sleep.
Go to sleep. Well, I'm gonna work on this snake while I'm at it then.
What's wrong with my snake?
I'm making sure that everything's added correctly. Aight, Zap, you back?
Test.
Yes, you're back.
Mm-hmm.
Aight, so as you pass around the corner and you get a better look at the room before you, etched into the ground are a bunch of runes. Like at the door, they glow, but instead of the wave pattern where they kind of glow from one side to the other, they all individually kind of dim, not going completely out, before they start to build up again. Not too bright, and then they dim. Just a kind of slow pulsating change throughout the room. No rhyme or reason or pattern to the way they glow. Some of them glow faster, some of them slower, but nothing unique from what you can tell.
Make the walls look like fire.
They're not bright enough to do that. They're just barely bright enough to be registered that they're actually illuminated.
Yeah. I know there's some magic up there. I need one of you spellcaster people to go up there.
Oh, pastor people. I guess I'll crawl up.
Yes, okay. You pass around Zap, and as you walk forward, you see the same thing Zap did before. All of the runes on the floor are etched into the stone. They pulsate slowly and dimly with light, and at the far side of the room, since you've moved a little closer, you see a large stone door with a bunch of the runes carved into it, but not glowing.
Same runes on the floor? Or like
Mm-hmm.
some missing some?
Same runes is on the floor.
So I move up one more.
Yeah. By now, you see most of the room. You can tell that the room continues off to your left over here and kind of fades into darkness.
I'm gonna move forward and ask Zep what happened, since I was far back.
I just backed up. There was some glowing runes. It looks magical up there, but I'm not qualified to mess with that.
Yeah, I'll roll an Arcana to see.
Good.
Well, roll an Arcana allow me to read it better, or
You can roll Arcana, yeah. See if you get any more information from it than Zap did. Okay, let's go over Arcana. No, for the most part, the runes don't seem to indicate anything specific.
does this first rune on the ground match one of them on the door?
Every rune you see before you is one on the door.
So,
Yeah, so I walk up behind him.
Okay. Yeah, you walk up and you see the same thing. Slightly glowing runes, pulsating dimly, not enough to truly illuminate the room with light.
See, I'm
Okay.
scared of the ones without runes and the ones with doubles.
So, you can also see occasionally these squiggly lines here. It looks like something was etched into the stone, but is worn away with time and is indecipherable.
Like on the floor?
Yep.
I was gonna try to move up to help him, but I guess he already did his check. Could I make a check?
You could make a check.
Or is-
Yeah. I'll let each of you make a check when you walk up.
Yeah.
Why not?
Because I was also trying to come up to help him, but I
Yeah.
didn't fully know.
Okay. Yeah, you get a better gist of everything. You know that the runes themselves are not magical. They hold no magic in them whatsoever, but they are the foundations of magical speech and writing.
Okay.
So they're a language.
Yeah.
I turn around and ask Zap to go get Sindrel to see if he can more point out what each of these runes are meant to say.
Okay, I don't know if he's going to want to come in here, but I'll go check.
Okay. As you walk past Ish on your way out, you see Sindrel already pulling out different scrolls and papers and things like that. As he begins to take out a thinner piece of paper and charcoal, as he begins to basically cover it and kind of copy the runes underneath. As he looks up and goes, "Ah, you've returned already. What's up?"
What's up? There's some runes up there.
Well, I don't know how to help you. I can't read these runes.
Darn, I would have never guessed. I'm gonna head back up there.
Yep.
He can't read the runes.
Okay. I'm
They're on their own.
gonna step in onto this one that's been scratched out.
Okay. Yeah, you step over it. Nothing happens.
Nothing happens. I'm gonna move over to this one up here.
Okay. 1 second. What rune are you staying? Yeah, nothing happens when you step on that rune.
Okay.
Scared of these ones.
Seems like there's. No. There's multiple.
Like there's
There's.
that one double or triple as well.
See that there's now 4 tripled.
Huh?
Are those the actual runes? Is that what they actually look like?
These are actual runes, yes. Some of them are just images that I managed to find and were able to kind of change the color and put in here, so they're all kind of just runes for you guys to have fun with, so.
Well, I'm gonna walk here,
Okay, yeah. You stand on the eye.
and then I'm gonna walk to the door.
Okay. Yeah, nothing happens.
The door's kind of weird.
Yeah, it's all good.
Yeah.
Can I like try and like investigate the door?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead and roll an investigation on the door.
Let me help you.
You have advantage on that check then.
And for investigation. Advantage. Not intimidation.
Okay. Investigation. As you begin to investigate, you notice that the door has not budged in even longer than the rest of this place had seen, like, human existence.
So the door is older than the room.
The door is older than the room, yes.
Okay. I'll also let the party know that I see a passageway down this way.
Okay.
Down in front of me.
Yep.
I'm willing to think that these runes have nothing to do with the door, then, even though they were on the door.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm thinking like maybe this might be an exit. Yeah, I was about to say I can see.
Yeah,
does it
I
look like
know.
it opens
down
Fix
here.
that.
Does it look like it opens or closes from the side?
You don't know how it opens. There's no markings on the stone as though it slides. It doesn't open because there's no markings on the ground. It may open inwards, but you don't see how, as the door seems to be carved from stone on all sides.
Can I spit on my hands and try and push on the door?
Sure, it does not budge even slightly.
Okay.
It doesn't give. It doesn't even feel like the weight you're pushing into it has any effect whatsoever.
Can I knock?
Yeah, you can knock. Knocking results in nothing other than your hand starting to hurt after just a moment.
Is there like a key slot?
There is no key slot. It is a flat, solid piece of stone with the runes carved in a circle.
What's
Okay.
the order of the runes?
There's
Like on
no
the circle?
there's no specific order.
Okay.
I may have an idea because I forgot about something. Now I just realized.
Okay.
If I move, there's 5 spots kind of not there anymore, but hints. How many people or animals do we have with us?
If you count Simba.
Small to medium creatures.
We have 5.
We have 5. Why don't we all try standing on one of these spots at the same time? So right here,
Yes.
right here, right here, right here, and right here.
Because that's 6.
Right there. That's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because I don't think the snake is on one. I'll move down here so the snake can go there.
Okay. As you guys get situated on the runes that have been kind of worn away with time, nothing happens.
Is there only the one sun?
I'm gonna go on the ones that don't have runes then. Let's
Okay.
try that.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
There are 8 spaces
Six,
with
yeah.
no runes.
Again, how many suns are there?
1.
Try
I can only see
sun.
the 1.
It's even hidden away in a corner.
Yeah, I was thinking that maybe.
Snake instantly dies.
Snake instantly dies. Mwah! No, nothing happens.
Okay, so we need the snake to T-pose. First sun.
How would a snake T-pose?
It'll find a way.
Great question. I have no idea.
Okay, so it jets its bones out on the side.
Yes, D&D. Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back, John. Yeah, it's not a real door. It's like a freaky door. If it doesn't make sense, it's because the only thing that makes sense is that nothing makes sense.
It's
Yeah,
D&D.
Right.
Yep. I'm also streaming right now. I will make sure that my Twitch is currently watching yours, even if I don't interact there, John. I will just leave myself watching for the views, though, so I got you, fam. They're currently trying to work their way through a puzzle. Let's see if they can
So
solve
it is a
it.
puzzle.
That was obvious when you walked into the room.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard not to, like, I'm like, nah, not at all. It's not a puzzle. It's just
we
a
could just
bunch of
modify
runes
it.
on the floor.
I'm gonna try and shortcut this a bit. Can I go out to where Sindrell was and look at what those runes were
Yeah.
and see if I recognize them, any of them in this room?
You can recall all of the runes on the outside as the runes in this room.
Okay.
Which runes aren't
Yeah.
present in here that are
I
out
feel like
there?
Force is waiting for.
There are... Every rune that's present out there is present in here.
Yeah, but which one specifically are they to stand on?
That's...
There's
a great
multiple
question.
and they're all out there, so they're all in here.
So the ones that are worn away can be assumed that there are other ones in this room that were exactly what they were.
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like Forrest is waiting for us to ask a really specific question.
I know, right? He's giving us no hints.
Um,
Are they tiles?
are they tiles? They cannot be picked up, no.
Damn, I like.
I'm going to pick them up anyways and readjust them. It's kind of like that game where you push the tiles and you got to get them lined up in a certain way. No, it's not that.
I'm going to touch each symbol individually.
Okay, you go around the room and you touch the symbols. Nothing happens, you don't get any feeling from them, and the pulsating doesn't change. Though, when going around, you do occasionally see, like a shift in the lighting. As though the room is reacting to your presence.
Is this Dance Dance Revolution?
It's not,
Do we
it's
have-
not
do
Dance
we have
Dance.
to just, like, you know, right foot, son.
Right foot.
Okay, I approach the door that was blocked. I don't know.
Yeah, okay. You can approach the door.
Is there any levers, anything that I can see that could get it open besides the magical roots?
Completely flat. The door seems to be carved from the same stone around it, though the door seems to be much older than the rest of the room, even the stone that it's carved from.
Alright, I'm gonna take out my pickaxe.
Yep. Yeah.
Don't I?
No, you don't have a pickaxe. Calm down.
You said all the runes that were in this room were outside,
Yes.
but were they all lit up?
All of them were
Were all
being
rooms out?
all of them were being lit up just in the same way. One would kind of glow, and then as it would kind of fade, the next one would begin to glow, and as it began to fade, the next one would begin to glow, as it kind of just did the wave around the edge, and then it would go
I
back.
have also played Bop It, so let's go look at those runes. You said
We
the
could
runes
also-
out here, right?
Yeah.
Can you tell me what they look like?
All
When
of the
they-
rune,
Sequence?
there's no sequence to it.
Is there any pattern to it at all?
Nope.
No sequence, no pattern, nothing.
No sequence,
Got
no
it.
pattern.
Can I hop from each rune next?
Yeah. Yeah, that's no issue. As you begin to hop around the room, it's not very difficult. A lot of the stonework is kind of mismatched and shaped so that it's not very hard to jump over a rune or two to get to the next one.
Is there any way we can decipher this language with magic?
There might be.
I mean, I could cast Comprehend Language to read these runes.
Only one of this one too.
It's the only thing that I can
No,
think of,
no.
unless y'all are master puzzle solvers.
I definitely am not in the game or in real life.
Yeah,
My god, the Venthyrs here though.
The Vampire is here. Perfect.
I feel like I'm gonna walk up to the door
Yep.
and cast Comprehend Languages.
Okay, so as you begin to cast Comprehend Languages, as the magic begins to build, immediately upon looking at the door, the runes begin to shift and change, and then immediately the spell ends and backlashes into your mind as the spell collapses inside of the room. You can feel that the room itself had managed to cast Counterspell against the use of Comprehend Language.
Can you even cast Counterspell against a non-attack?
Yes.
Yes.
Hey, vicious
Any-
mockery at the door.
Any spell, you vicious mockery the door. It is not alive, and it cannot hear you.
Ooh, actually, your adamantine blade crits on inanimate objects. The door.
I mean, can I kill the door?
Yeah, go ahead and make an attack.
Can we brute force this door?
You might be able to.
Or you could.
Is it an advantage?
Yeah, I'll give you an advantage on it. Okay, yeah, you hit the door, and as you hit the door, your blade immediately starts to screech across it. And the effect that was making it look old was nothing but a coating of rust from adamantine itself. As you cut through the first layer of rust, underneath it is a solid adamantine door.
Well, we're not moving that.
No door! No door! We have metal!
Quick, melt it down.
Aye! Comes in and starts like taking apart the door.
Rips it all out of the ground.
Jared goes, I swear to God, Nathan, if you fuck up the sword I made for you.
I don't like the way it looks. Let me just break this in half.
Yeah. Cutting the door doesn't seem to do anything other than leave a slight nick through the first, like, layer over the door.
Okay, so if I take like the next 30 years to try and hack at it.
Yeah.
So if I take out my polishing kit and just start polishing the door?
Yeah, you can make it look nice and pretty.
Okay.
Wait, can I mend the door?
Yeah, you can mend the door.
I mend the door.
Okay,
It counterspells you.
As you cast mend, the slight nick of the first layer goes back to how it was before.
Jenny,
Mm-hmm.
Wait,
can you move your snake to a? Never mind.
can I mend the tiles that were scratched out?
No. Those have worn away by age. Those can't be changed.
Does gaining harder to stand on each individual one? That is the same, and there's 5 of us. That did nothing.
We already tried that one too.
Max here.
Yes, Mac is here. What's up, Mac? They're currently trying to work their way through a puzzle.
Probably one that was labeled for second graders.
Nope, I made this puzzle myself. I want to see how long it takes you guys to get through it. The sky. Ooh, puzzles. Yes, puzzles.
Can I
Hours later.
on the blank spaces?
Yep.
Fuck. I was gonna see to try and write some of the runes with, like, if I have chalk for my components bag or something.
Okay.
Because it seems like there's 4 symbols. Wait, is there 4 or 5 unique symbols? 1, 2.
You're probably going to find the symbols that are 5, but we're not going to try that tonight.
Yeah.
We didn't try writing on the blank spaces, is what I'm thinking. 1, 2.
I'm moving you guys off the runes so he can see all of the runes. Ah. Okay, you
Shove
in
me
that
through
hallway,
the wall.
right? So first
1, 2,
grade.
3,
No, it's actually not any grade. There's no age specific limit to this puzzle.
Free Casey.
Actually, it's 99 under.
99 under, as long as you can breathe, you can do this puzzle. As long as you have a conscious, like, thought, you can do this puzzle. Be gone, thought.
I think I might have it.
Okay. There's no wrong
So-
answers. There's only less right ones.
Yeah.
So I think we have to stand on the correct runes to count up. So the sun is a 1, and then a fucking what's the 2? This one only has 2. Oh no, this has 3. Fuck.
Yeah.
Which one has 2 then? Is there?
I'll look for it.
I can tell you that none of them have just 2.
Yeah. 1, 2.
That way you don't actually have to go through and count. Actually, one of them does have 2, but that's just
That one.
happenstance. This one also only has 2.
No, there's 3 of them.
Yeah.
This symbol here only has 2. 1, 2. Oh, wait. Nope. That one even has 3. Never mind. Yeah. All of them have
Nope,
3. None of them have
no,
specifically 2.
Wait, where's the third one?
There's only one of this one. There's only one of that one. One of that one.
Okay.
And one of that one.
Are we
3,
playing like
4, yeah.
Hangman? What?
Hey, why don't we stand on all the ones?
Could be said with.
Yeah, it's almost stand down here.
Yeah, I'll move over there.
Okay. You guys have solved the puzzle. It only took you a second to realize that there was one of each of those symbols. The riddle that was at the front entrance would have helped you solve this puzzle, but it's
There was
okay.
a riddle?
There was a riddle.
Yeah.
I told you the riddle. I told you it was inside of the notes. Let
Oh.
me
In
read
the
the.
land
Let me.
of shining light, 3 kings set out new start.
Yep.
It was supposed to be a verdant cradle, a new bountiful land rich with magic. And with his eye, he struck the others down and attempted to claim their treasures.
There's the eye. There's the sun. There's the cradle. And there's the 3.
Oh!
Yes, but you have solved the puzzle, which means I remove the door.
Open. I want to know. Oh, wait. Hang on. Do that again.
What?
Oh, close and open the door again.
I can't just close and open the door again. What? Once the door is gone, the door is gone.
Did it make a creak sound?
No, that was my.
Yeah.
That was
Okay.
That was Twitch. So
What's in
the
there?
door begins to fade completely as you guys stand on the 4 runes within the room. The runes corresponding on the door begin to glow, and when all of you have successfully stood on just those 4, the door just fades from existence. Inside of the room is a pedestal, and on the pedestal is a strange triangle-like tube that just sits on the pedestal.
Triangle and a tube.
Yep, it's basically, it looks like a scroll case, but with 2 triangles at the end, and they're held together just at the points.
It's a secret recipe.
Is there anything else in the room? Just
Nope.
that?
No, but you guys do notice that as you guys had completed the puzzle, all of the light that was dimly shining in the room disappeared, and you can feel a strange staticky sensation around you. You all have been blessed with the spirit of lightning. Your guys' attacks deal an additional 1d6 lightning damage.
Wait, we all have what?
1d6 bonus damage.
1d6 lightning
Like
damage.
add to anything or just to instantly
Your damage, while under the effect of the blessing of lightning, deal an additional 1d6 lightning damage.
Okay.
Watch for us add an enemy in here that heals off lightning damage.
I know, right?
I'll just roll it after.
You don't say.
I don't like that evil smile.
You know what? Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. Who are you to fucking say, goddammit? Get the fuck out of here. Stay out of my head. Stay the fuck out of my head.
Can I take the scroll?
It looks like a scroll case, but it's just 2 triangles that are held together at the points across. So it looks like an empty tube.
I'll take that.
Okay, yeah. You take it and put it inside your bag.
And then we get Indiana Jones.
Yeah, and then you get Indiana Jones. The entire place starts to collapse, and you haven't even made it to the end. A giant boulder begins to chase you deeper into the tomb.
I guess we go down by Zap.
Okay. Yeah, Zap is waiting at the far end of the rune room that all of the runes have now faded from existence. The hallways begin to zigzag again. It immediately turns towards the left, and you can immediately see it again turns towards the right. When you turn towards the right, directly in front of you is another room. You can see a couple of pillars at the entrance of the room, and a hallway that immediately turns to the right. Nathan would be blessed to be Harrison Ford, right?
Hey.
At least maybe he wouldn't fuck up so bad. Your investigation check. So, as you begin to investigate, your passive perception doesn't detect anything out of the ordinary. There are no traps, as this place wasn't actually designed, it seems, to be preventing people from enter. They want people to enter. But you do notice that around the pillars inside this room, each of the pillars looks like they're made out of, like, quicksand, as the sand just seems to be pouring down the pillar and then pooling at the bottom and kind of, like, coming in on itself, like it's being sucked into the pillar. And it seems to kind of just continuously be kind of like a stream of sand almost.
It's just a Zelda dungeon. That's all this is. We're gonna fight some re-deads. Some skeletons as well.
A lot of coming and sucking. Yes. Okay. You turn right and you notice a large empty hallway that's 10 feet wide instead of the 5 feet wide. At the far end, there's another hallway.
Wait for the party to move up.
Are we just ignoring this room?
I mean, Zap is.
Y'all can go on that pillar and go ahead. I don't know what to do in there.
I don't either.
I'm gonna pop in the room.
Okay.
It starts filling with quicksand.
Ha! Fool, the entire room's made out of quicksand.
You drown. It's quicksand.
Yeah, you drown. It's quicksand. You don't say.
Actually, the way to survive quicksand is just to...
So, 4 pillars.
Tension is a bitch.
I'm gonna move into the center here.
Okay. Yeah, you step into the center of the room. Nothing happens. Each of the pillars continue to kind of be what they were before. Sand seems to be kind of cascading from the top to the bottom.
Can I look in, like, is it just giant mounds at the bottom there? Or?
Yep, it kind of just mounds at the bottom, but the sand continues to move in, and it almost looks like it's being, like, sucked in at the bottom of the pillar, only to be brought back up to the top and then poured down again. Like, it kind of looks like a very liquidy kind of sand, like quicksand.
Can I stick my hand in it?
Yeah. Which pillar would you like to stick your hand into?
This one?
Okay, so as you begin to stick your hand into it, immediately you feel a burning sensation. Immediately, it comes to life, lurching. And it is going to make a slam attack against you.
Mr. Wizard always going in.
Nobody wants to fucking do nothing. You're all fucking pussies.
So one was supposed to be the pussy. An's one was supposed to do stupid shit. Come on.
Let me pull up and show you the creature you have just pissed off. Pictures.
A creature made out of quicksand.
Yes, it is a creature made out of quicksand.
Is it an ooze?
It is an ooze. You are correct.
It's a quicksand ooze. I hate you. That's literally
This creature you see before you. It begins to mound and turn into a blob. It is an osher jelly. A jelly.
A wizard's head.
So it doesn't look very granulated in this, but the ooze is made out of sand.
That would be so painful. It'd be like getting consumed by sandpaper.
Yeah. So, it is going to pseudopod you there in the face for touching it. You pissed it off. However, the attack is going to miss, as it wasn't really expecting to be disturbed. Go ahead and everyone roll initiative. And let me actually delete everything in there. So actually, fuck, I need to re-add Gameth with a 14. Then my osher jelly
You didn't click on yourself, did you, Nathan?
Dude, what the fuck?
I probably accidentally deleted you. Andariel with a 20.
I did.
Unless it was like the lag thing again.
Maybe.
Alright, there's a 24. So, don't worry about the Osher Dilly that you can't see. There are multiple, as you have already guessed, and one of them has an initiative of 5. They will be going last. Andariel, it is your turn.
So, I thought that I had pretty good initiative when I rolled 16, but...
It's pretty average, though.
So I'll just vicious mockery that thing.
Okay. Yeah, it's going to go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw. It's going to fail, taking 1 point of psychic damage, and taking a disadvantage on its next attack roll.
Wait, you haven't gotten to the point where it gets to be 2d4?
Yeah.
Not yet. Next level.
Next level.
And then it's going to take an additional... actually, it doesn't take any lightning damage. This is the creature that heals off of lightning damage, by the way.
Does it actually heal?
No, instead it does something much, much worse. It splits in half.
Ah.
So is it mandatory that we do the lightning damage?
It is mandatory that you do the lightning damage.
Fucker.
With the remaining HP, both of them split into 2. Immediately, this pillar of sand seems to kind of split down the middle. And it's just weapon damage. What am I doing? Your weapons are infused with lightning damage, not your fucking spells, jackass.
Yay!
It hasn't quite switched yet. It's still big, but it doesn't take any of the lightning damage because that doesn't exist. But it does take a disadvantage on its next attack roll. So, disadvantage on its next attack roll. Andariel, anything
Nathan,
else?
you're 5th level in Bard, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that should be 2d4.
Ah, see? What the fuck are you doing, Nathan? Roll an additional d4. There, another 3 points of damage. Perfect.
Yeah. It's 5, 11th, and 17th that Vicious Mockery goes up.
Okay, so it takes
No,
its
I did
psychic
roll
damage.
2d4 on that first roll.
Oh,
I
did
just
you?
rolled a...
No, you rolled a 1d4.
You rolled 1d4.
Roll a 1. You can't roll 2d4 and get a 1.
It's not
Now
possible.
it's... No, it's...
Zap,
Fuck.
it is your turn. Unless, Andariel, you have anything else you want to do on your turn?
No, I clicked the macro and it just... Now
Yeah,
it's working.
You're good. Zap, it's your turn.
Okay, so I'm going to move over here.
Yep.
Can I stay in the same square as the snake or not because I'm small?
Yeah, you can stay in the same. What? 1 second. My roll 20 just crashed for some reason. It's loading. Give it a second. Nice. Yeah, I know. There we go. It's taking a second to load everything in. There's the Andariel. Everything. Yes, good. Let's move that off to the side. Okay. Go ahead and finish your turn. Yes, you can take up the same square as the snake. That is not an issue.
Okay, so I'm going to continue and go stealth. Is that cool? Are you up?
Yeah. Yes, you can roll stealth.
Oh god. Well, I'm gonna just equip my shield and turn this thing into a flail.
Yep, you turn it into a flail, getting prepped. Next is going to be Ish.
Okay. I have to go here.
Okay.
So is this? I can see it from where I am.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes, you can.
I'm just gonna take out my my longbow
Okay.
and shoot him.
Yeah. Okay. You hit, doing 14 points of damage. Minus 14.
And then the lightning.
Lightning
But it
damage.
doesn't take
It's going to go ahead and now split.
Yeah.
However, the copy is not going to have the disadvantage on its next attack roll because it is a new creature. And its HP becomes that. So it does bloody the creature, so it does take half of its HP as it splits, but now it is 2 creatures. As the sand around the pillar begins to split where the arrow pierced through it and basically dug into the stone, the ooze kind of just peels off of itself. Part of it lands on the floor, the other begins to coalesce at the other side. Okay. And you're going to go ahead and hit again for another 12 points of damage with 4 lightning. So, the ooze is going to split one more time.
If they all are tiny, P.
Perfect. And that is the end of Ish's turn. It is going to be Garnet.
Wait.
Yes. What is it, Ish? You bring your snake in, okay? Which one are you attacking?
That one.
Okay. Yeah. The snake lashes out and begins to bite at the sand. The creature does seem to kind of stop flowing in and of itself, and the pile just seems to just ploop out as it just kind of dissipates its moving and becomes just a regular pile of sand.
Okay.
Okay. Garnet.
Actually, now that there's no creature right there, I can move back freely.
Yes.
You're welcome.
Gotta
So-
do this one at a time because it's not. 10,
Yeah, it's not
15,
even.
20.
So, as you begin to move away, the other 3 pillars come to life.
Wake up.
Now I can't move.
No, you can. They're just getting opportunity attacks against you. And they're going to have advantage.
Surprise round.
So the first pseudopod's going to hit for 11 bludgeoning and 2 acid.
Ugh.
So 13.
Yep. What is your AC?
It would
15,
be
right?
no, because I think it also goes up now.
Yep, because you have taken damage.
Yeah, so it's 13 plus my dex, which is
I think chain. is
1.
dex
15.
plus-
So yeah, it's at 16 now.
Gotcha. So the second one's going to miss, and the third one's going to miss. But you can move out.
Okay, so I can move there.
Mm-hmm.
So I still see them though.
Yes.
All right. What's this? I'm going to firebolt this one.
Okay.
Hit.
Yeah, that's going to hit. Yeah, you deal 7 points of fire damage to it.
Yeah, that's gonna be my turn.
Okay. Next are going to be the creatures. This one's going to come around, and the 2 that are one that is tiny and the other that is medium, or one's small and one's medium, are going to hit at the snake. So let's go ahead and first pseudopod is going to hit for 11 bludgeoning and 3 acid,
Oh,
and the
11.
second one is going to miss.
So minus.
Yep. Then this one is going to begin to latch onto the wall here, and it's going to begin moving along the ceiling as it is going to move above the party.
Do I get an opportunity?
You
attack?
do get an opportunity attack. Yes, you hit, dealing 6 points of slashing damage. The creature does become medium, leaving a bit of itself behind. So, they're going to be at... Boom. So, Andariel, you may also get an attack against one, if you so choose.
Do I get an opportunity against that one? Is it
No, you don't get multiple opportunity attacks. You
Right.
use your reaction.
Damn it.
I'll slash at one.
Okay.
Wait, yeah, because I can't use a spell for opportunity, can't I?
Nope.
No. Unless you have a Warcaster?
Yep.
Battlecaster?
Warcaster. So,
Warcaster.
23, you hit with a 7.
Which-
So, it hits, and it is going to split again from the lightning damage.
Mm-hmm.
So, they're going to have... Oop. Okay, so, Andariel, with the one that moves above you, splitting again, it's going to make a pseudopod attack against you.
Uh-huh.
It's going to hit for a total of 7 bludgeoning and 4 acid.
That's the bludgeoning.
You can't have the bludgeoning. That requires a reaction. You used your
Oh.
reaction to do an opportunity attack.
How dare.
Yep, so you take 11 points of damage. One is going to make a pseudopod attack against Ish and miss. And then the last one is also going to make a pseudopod attack against Ish and miss. This large one is going to lash out from its pillar against a pseudopod attack against Ish and also miss. And the last one just seems to be quivering in place. Andariel, it is your turn.
But I just use a giant thunder AoE to
Yeah, of
have-
course.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
I'll
yeah.
just thunder strike.
What is that there?
That.
It does thunder damage, not lightning.
Oh, how dare. Yeah, I'll just keep Vicious Mockery, I guess.
Okay. Which one?
The one that is pseudopod me.
Okay. The one that pseudopod you above you. So that's going to make a wisdom
What
save
is
and
it
fail.
with a disadvantage?
That one does not have a disadvantage, thank you.
I know, but did you give it?
No, because the one who had a disadvantage died.
Oh.
Yep. You do kill the blob above you, Andariel. And as you do, it kind of just loses form as sand begins to pour down on you.
Hate sand. It's coarse and it
Wet
gets in.
sand.
Yep. It actually just becomes dry sand as it falls down
Oh.
above you. Okay. Anything else on Dariel?
I clear the sand out of my mouth
Yeah.
because I just made fun of it and it died in front of me.
Yeah, you were just
You're
like,
ah, you're made of sand, and then it fell on you, and you're like, ah.
ah,
It got the
shit.
last. It got the last laugh.
It did. Okay, anything else on Dariel?
Nope.
Okay. Zap, it's going to be your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna push through.
Okay.
Right there, and attack the big one right there.
Okay. As you do, this one is going to get an opportunity attack against you, and this one is as well.
Good.
Yep. One's going to miss. The second one's going to miss.
Okay, I'm going to flail the big one.
Okay. Yeah, you're going to hit doing 14 points of bludgeoning damage.
I'm guessing I don't get sneak.
You don't get sneak, no.
Okay, so lightning damage.
Yep, and the lightning damage gets absorbed. It's going to go ahead and split. Whoop. And then that is going to go and become that. And this one is going to become that. Okay. Anything else, Zep?
I am going to disengage.
Okay. Yeah, you disengage back around your corner. And it is going to be Ish.
I'm gonna scimitar that one.
Okay. Yeah, you hit, doing 7 points of damage, killing it. The same thing as on Dariel, as you slash above you, it loses form and begins to rain down on you.
Yeah, but unlike Andariel, I wasn't in front of it, so my mouth was closed.
There you go. Okay. Your offhand is also going to hit for 6 points of damage. and it is going to split. And then it's going to die, leaving just its replica in this square.
Okay.
Okay. Next is going to be
Snake.
snake. Yes. Which one would you like to attack with the snake?
That one.
Okay. Yeah, you're going to hit for 10 points of damage. Okay. Next is going to be Garnet.
I'm gonna hit that big one down there.
That
with
big one?
Yeah, with a firebolt.
Aight. Yeah, you're going to crit for a total of 15 points of damage. Nice, nice.
Not
Nice.
bad from a cantrip.
Okay.
It could have been 40 damage.
That's true. It could have been.
Wait,
It
what?
probably never. 2d10,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
and then another 2d10 because crit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Gotcha. Next is going to be the oozes. They're going to get pseudopod attacks against the snake, 2 of them. It's going to hit the snake for 11 bludgeoning.
Yes.
And-
And it's dead.
Yep, it is unconscious. And the other one's going to begin slinking forward.
Mm-hmm.
And there are going to be 3 pseudopod attacks against Ish
With disadvantage.
with disadvantage. Which one?
All of them.
Ah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah,
You
I
are
forgot.
correct.
The
The first one's going to miss. The second one, however, is going to hit.
Reaction.
Yes, it misses.
Finally.
Holy shit. It happened.
And then the next one is also going to miss. The last
Guys.
ooze is going to begin moving
Guys, I'm a
forward.
tank.
So do you know what's funny? If it actually didn't have disadvantage, it would have hit it.
Yep. Next is going to go ahead and be Undariel.
Yeah.
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 Yas, queen.
That one needs to be called an
Yeah.
Anakin Skywalker.
That one needs to be called an Anakin Skywalker. A dirty, dirty Ewok Jawa loving fuck. It's going to go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw. It's going to fail, taking 5 points of damage.
I don't think these things are very wise.
They don't
Really
seem to
are
be
not.
very wise, no. And it is going to take a disadvantage on its next attack roll. Anything else on
So-
Dario?
If it splits, do they both get disadvantage or what?
No. The new one is
that's lame.
technically a new creature.
That's lame.
Yep.
But yeah, that's it.
Okay. Next is going to be Zap.
It's not the same as mitosis. They're not
Okay, I'm
the same.
going to disengage so I don't get opportunity attack.
Okay. You're not going to be able to move through these enemy squares.
Darn it, never mind.
Yep.
Can I stay in the same squares ish?
No, you can't attack from the same squares ish.
A little small.
No, you won't be able to attack from the same square.
Mm.
Oh, sorry, fam.
We get battle stack.
You don't know how to battle stack. You haven't been to fucking Chul yet.
Damn.
Debatable. I can roll acrobatics if you want. Okay, intern.
Okay. It's
How
going.
hard is it to learn how to battle stack?
You have to learn it from somebody who knows how to battle stack. Ish, it's your turn.
Okay. Which one looks the most fucked up?
All of the little ones in front of you look pretty fucked up evenly.
Yeah, I'll attack that one.
Okay. Yeah, that's going to hit for 6 points of slashing damage, killing it.
Okay, and then I'm gonna attack that one.
Okay. Yeah, that's gonna kill.
Okay, and then I'm gonna attack the one in front of me.
Okay. That one's also going to kill. Yeah, you managed to do quite a number on them.
And then Mystique's gonna continue to be dead.
Okay. Let me re-add the ooze, and then it is going to go ahead and be Garnet.
I could really only see this one right there.
Yep.
So, Firebolt.
Yeah, it's gonna hit.
What?
Yep.
I hit
Damn.
11.
Yeah, it's gonna kill that ooze.
Why do I roll so good there when it's not a fucking crit?
I know,
Right?
right?
Like, goddamn.
And that was probably had like 5 HP left too. It's sad.
It had 1.
Oh,
God.
come on!
Just to
You're supposed to
spite
tell-
you.
You're supposed to tell us these things just so we can season it. Come on.
No, no.
He just
see-
did.
yeah, I just did. You gotta learn when you kill him now. This ooze is gonna walk forward and make a disadvantage pseudopod attack against Ish with a miss. And the other one's going to move forward and a pseudopod with disadvantage against Ish and also miss. It is then going to be Undariel.
Guys, I'm a tank.
Get behind the line. That one.
Call him a bitch.
He's a bitch.
Which one? Which one's a
The
bitch?
one in front of Ish.
Okay. He's going to make a wisdom saving throw. Is going to completely and utterly fail that, taking 5 points. Oh, never mind. Sorry, did that backwards. Boom. Okay.
That's it.
And it is going to have disadvantage on its next attack roll. It is going to go ahead and be zapped.
And I still can't get through that square, correct?
You'd be able to get here.
Or you could go there.
So I can get here?
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna
Just
move
go
over
across the
there
jetpack.
and take a swing at the slime.
Okay. Did you do that with a disengage to get there?
Actually, no.
Okay, so 2 are going to get opportunity attacks against you. 1 pseudopod is going to hit for 7 bludgeoning and 3 acid. And the other one is going to hit for 4 bludgeoning and 1 acid. So a total of 10 with the first one and 5 with the
Yeah,
second.
no, 23.
Gotcha.
Okay. I'm going to flail the one in front.
Yeah. Yeah, it is dead. As it dissipates into sand at the smash of your flail.
That's it.
Okay. Next is going to be Ish.
I'm gonna scimitar it.
Okay. You miss. You hit with the second one for 5. And it is going to split into 2. Which is going to... Nope. Paste. Boop. And that one's going to be... Boop. And... Boop. Okay. And that is going to be all of yours.
Does other 13 to hit?
13 to hit with that last one? Yes. So that one's going to hit. Leaving that next one very close to death.
I feel like this enemy is just making more work for you.
Nope.
Like, it's not as annoying for us as you thought it would be.
Oh, no, trust me. It's working exactly how I wanted it to work.
I mean, it limits me from being able to use a sword.
Garnet, it is your turn.
I'm still using a sword.
Yeah.
Can I see, like, in there I can see that, but could I see it where I'm standing? Because of the walls?
No, you wouldn't be able to see it from where you are standing. Fireball into the room.
Yeah, where I know it'll probably reach all my party mates. No, I'll just prepare a firebolt for anything that comes straight down in my view.
Okay. And that's going to be the first one here. So go ahead and first with the reaction of the spell.
Hit.
Yeah, you hit.
Come on. 8.
Yeah, it is very much dead. The next one's
I
gonna,
got you, Ish.
The next one's going to move forward and with disadvantage make a pseudopod attack against Ish and miss. And then it is going to be Undariel.
He's a bitch.
He's a bitch. Oh. He's going to fail, taking 3 points of psychic damage.
That was like the second to worst roll done.
And then it is going to go ahead and be Zap. Yeah, you're going to second wind for 6. 7, because you get
Okay.
+1 for your fighter level. Okay.
And then I'm gonna step up and swing my flow.
Yeah. Yeah, you're going to absolutely obliterate the last slime.
Bitch.
No more touching stuff for the mage.
No more touching stuff for the mage. If Ish dies, I lose a bet, so she better not die. That makes sense. Ish no dying, according to John.
Alright. My snake's dead.
Don't worry, John.
Do
Ish
we
gets all
want
the
a short
healing.
rest?
Ish is the tank.
Yeah, I'm the
It's just
snake.
the tank now.
I didn't even take any damage.
Did Nathan take damage?
Yeah, it took damage. I couldn't.
Should we short rest or not?
I mean, if you all want to, my snake needs it.
I mean, let's just hide, like, make a nice bed of the sand and rest for a bit.
Yeah, just pile up the sand.
Pile
sleep on there
all
for
the
a bit.
sand together.
Make another
I mean,
I'm
slime.
going to
Name it
investigate
our
where those things came from, like the hole and all that. What was? Did they leave anything in the hole when they left?
Nope.
Just plug it up.
So what happens if we jump in the sand? Do we start falling from the ceiling?
So they were the sand.
Okay,
Yeah.
so what if I pour some water?
Now there's
in
just
one of the holes?
there's just pillars there.
Oh,
Oh.
less fun.
Less fun, yeah.
Yeah, there's no holes, just pillars.
So they were like going down one side and then the other.
Yeah, so they seemed to be they were oozing. Part of them would fall down and then it would be sucked into the rest of it at the bottom and brought back to the top.
Why is this doing this now?
They were doing their own filtration.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go
Okay, I'm
and touch
going-
my thing and give it 16 health.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
give it
Are we
16 hit
taking
points.
a short break?
Yeah, we can.
Because if everyone else wants to, I will. But if not, I can wait.
Okay.
Going like that now.
It's up to everybody else. I'm good with it.
Good for short rest.
Okay. Then you guys can go ahead and take your short rest.
play us a lovely song.
Okay.
Hey, that means I get full.
Okay.
I'm gonna rest in this hallway. Over
You gain an additional 1d6 hit points whenever you guys use your hit die. Look at that. Andariel gets an additional 6 if he spends a hit die. Boom. Ish gets 4 plus 6. Andariel gets 10 as well.
Yes. I'm missing
Then,
one health. No.
Zap will get d6 if he spends a hit die.
Yeah, I'll just roll 1.
Okay. So Gameth
And
is
then-
going to go ahead and get 7 plus a d6.
D6. So 10.
Yeah. You only get 1 d6, Jenny.
Oh, that's for my snake.
Oh, that's for your snake?
The
Perfect.
first one was for my snake. This one's for me.
Okay, perfect.
Oh, that's 34.
More
Zap.
left.
Zap, you still have to spend a hit die, buddy.
He
I
did
did, bud.
Did he?
before the song of rest.
Before the song of... Okay, that's where it was. I was looking for it. I was like, where the fuck is his hit die? No, yeah, you're good. Okay, what would you like to do?
Moving up.
Okay.
Eat some sand. What happens if I eat the slime sand?
No.
You didn't find out.
You crunch on sand.
Yeah, you crunch on
Like-
sand.
Crunchy,
Munch.
crunchy.
Are you going to actually munch on the sand?
No.
Okay.
What if somebody gave you $200 to eat a handful of sand?
IRL money? Sure.
Yep, that sounds about right. That sounds about
Jesus,
right
I'd do
for
it
my
for fucking
friends.
10.
Fuck, at least for $200, at least sand in real life.
Yeah, for $200 is a lot of stuff
I've
I
paid
do.
somebody to eat a handful of sand
Yeah.
for $200.
And he
Alright, so Twitch, if you want to donate right now,
Right now, he will get on stream.
Here's my
I'll
payment.
Eat a
I'll run to the
handful of
fucking beach, grab a handful of sand, and fucking.
Fucking weirdos. I let's continue.
Constantly passive perception looking for traps.
Yeah,
even though no, they're not here.
Okay, so as you begin to move about the hallways and you turn here, you could see a ornate room, well decorated with statues of gold and paintings on the wall that have kind of worn with age and kind of decayed. In the center of the floor is a decayed rug. And further beyond, you see alcoves heading further down into the catacombs before you. Statues line each of the sides, heading down that passage. When you get here and you look towards your left, there are a bunch of urns stacked very nicely in the room here, corked at the top.
It's Zelda Dungeon. We gotta break them.
Listen and see if I can hear anything in the urns, or if there's anything that I can tell with the urns.
No, you don't hear anything coming from the urns, and there's nothing discerning about the urns. They don't have any design on them. They just seem to be standard clay urns that just seem to be one solid design.
So
Tap it.
Yeah, you tap it, and it's kind of, it doesn't give you the hollow sound. It's definitely got something inside of it.
Does it sound like liquid?
It does sound like liquid.
This might be more oozes. Maybe. What do you think, Ish?
I don't think that is.
True.
Ish just doesn't think.
True.
Yep.
Oh yeah, that's right. Because it's all fucked up.
Yeah, it is all
We
fucked
really
up.
don't have any smart people in this party.
Ish is very wise, though, so be careful.
Yeah, I am very wise.
Quit digging up one doubloon, you bastard. Break it. He's saying break it.
You gotta donate more than that.
Nah, he doesn't have to. You don't have to donate more than that. He
Donate
says
more.
break it.
Where's my $200 to eat sand? Like, come on.
The urns kind of aren't stacked nicely.
Hey,
Nicely.
Ford.
Kind of
Can I
slightly off.
slide
Break
the
it.
hands?
He
Can
says
I
break
slide
the
the
urns
hands
because they're not
open?
stacked nicely.
Can I slide with hands and open?
Hey, Forrest.
Go ahead and roll sleight of hands. What's up?
So you can use that for a sub goal if you want.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna do that as a sub goal. Fucking weird.
Nick needs a handful of sand.
Why not?
You know what? Fine. I'll add it as a sub goal.
$200.
You get to
for a
$200, and one of my players will eat a handful of sand for you.
Not me.
I mean, it's Nathan. Nathan will do it for $200.
Yeah, so Nathan doesn't get the money, but you still do.
I mean, he'd give it to Nathan.
He'd get it
Or
by
just-
proxy.
Or just buy him stuff.
So, you slide a hand, and as you do, you manage to get the vase uncorked. And as you pull the cork out, you hear the sound of sizzling liquid. And as the liquid hits air, it immediately ignites, exploding in your hand. Okay,
And wave
so
2.
go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw.
Man, this is one that
Okay.
the wizard should have, or the sorcerer should have gone first.
That's
Yeah,
going to
someone
be-
ran ahead.
Okay, so
Hey, I last I checked, you don't have sleight of hands, but okay, homie, go ahead.
you opened
I
it
also
successfully.
don't take a lot of fire
There was-
damage either.
There was no trap. The trap was the liquid burns when it comes into contact with air.
You can't convince the liquid that the air isn't there.
Yeah. So you do manage to avoid half the damage, and you take 4 points of fire damage. And the liquid, as it kind of splatters on you after the vase explodes, it doesn't trigger any of the other vases to explode, but the liquid sticks to you like napalm. It's napalm. And it's burning.
Constantly. Okay, well, I need some help. Find some water. Help get corks.
Stop,
Stop
dropping, roll.
burning. Roll.
Jump in the bag, hold it.
Wait, I can help him. I create an illusion around him to make it look like
burning.
he's not burning.
I'm making the illusion to make him think he's not burning. That's not how it works. He's still burning.
I take out
Hold
a
your breath
Band-Aid
and jump in
I
the bag of
slap it
holding.
nicely on him.
You're gonna what?
I said I take out a Band-Aid and I slap it nicely on him.
Gotcha. You slap it nicely on him. He's still burning.
Like I said, hold your breath, jump in this bag of holding. There's no air in there. After 2 seconds, I'll let you out.
I mean, there's air in there. For...
So I also just have a water skin I can just pour on.
Yeah, there is
You're gonna
air in
kill
there
me.
for 10 minutes. So he's got 10 minutes of burning alive.
I'll pour a water skin on him.
Yeah, you begin to douse him with water. And being as this is very old, it does slot off with no issues. And it just, like, splatters on the ground. The water doesn't put it out, but there's just a chunk.
Did I say water? I meant my liquor stash.
Your liquor stash, of course. It immediately bursts into flame, condemning your rogue to death. No, so it kind of, it slows off and coalesces on the ground. A nice thick chunk of napalm is now burning on the ground beneath him.
What happens if you got it with the sword?
Nothing.
It's liquid.
How heavy are these
It
vases?
is. They're pretty heavy. They're about as big as you are.
How long does it burn for?
It does burn for a hot minute.
I get it.
Now, if I were to touch this fire, how hot would it be to me?
It still burns you, but for half damage.
Is the liquid in the container still burning?
The container exploded, sending napalm all over the place. So there is part of the room that's just got chunks of napalm burning.
So, like, chunks. It's not liquid?
Yeah.
Is it?
I'm
is it?
gonna just go here. Oh, there's
I'm
a
literally
lot.
going to stop them before they go in there and tell them, don't go in there. Just don't.
just don't.
But
Just
one
don't.
one of them could have treasure in it.
See, I don't have to do the stupid decision today. People's doing it for me.
Right? There we go.
I'm just going to see what's in there. I didn't say I
You
was
just
opening
saw
up-
what happened to me.
Yeah, you
What is-
opened a urn. I'm not touching the urns.
What is?
Well,
what
you've
is
been
the-
touching other things, but go ahead.
What is the notes that you gave us for this one?
It's the door runes. That's it.
Yeah.
It was for the first puzzle. Yeah.
Walk right there, or I guess right there.
Yeah. You walk in and you see just this room that's got a bunch of urns.
I'm gonna get behind this wall before it explodes.
Yeah, you know
Since
what?
I know not to open the urns, can I touch to see if any of them feel lighter than the rest?
Yeah. You go ahead and kind of move them around a bit. They're not going to break from just kind of softly handling them, and they all feel full.
You all feel what?
Full.
Yeah. I'm gonna try something.
Okay.
Don't be stupid. I'm gonna move back here. I'm gonna cast Firebolt on that one.
Yeah, you cast Firebolt. And as you cast Firebolt, the bolt hits the vase, and it doesn't do anything more than heat the vase up.
Okay.
Now do.
So they're very sturdy vases.
They're sturdy enough to resist the bolt of fire, yeah.
Okay. That's all I want to know. I'm good to go. I'm good
Okay.
to move forward.
Gotcha. Zep. A minute or two of waiting, and you don't hear anything. They did break a urn. They opened an urn, actually, and it kind of exploded when it came into contact with air, as it is alchemist's fire. Alchemist's fire. Napalm, yeah, pretty much.
What's the difference?
One is magic, and the other is not.
What is science but magic?
Well, magic's magic, and science is magic that's just understood. Or is it magic is just science that is misunderstood?
Yes, that.
Ah, yes, of course.
Is there anything unique about the room besides the rug?
Other than some statues that seem too large to move, and paintings that have kind of like worn away, and tapestries that are decayed. You can see the remnants of the woven fibers on the ground. And the carpet pretty much looks decayed as well.
Are there any blankets?
There are no blankets, no.
Okay, well then this room is useless to me.
Is it useless to you?
Rug.
Beyond this are alcoves, and you can
Blanket.
see in the alcoves what appear to be statues. There's a statue here, a statue here, a statue here, and a statue here.
I'm gonna move there. Did we already pull the rug?
No. Nobody's fucked with the rug.
Can I
Be
move
my
the
guest.
rug?
You wanna fuck with the rug?
I mean, move it a
Yeah.
slight bit, sure.
So, as you begin to reach down, the rug comes to life.
Is it a fucking mimic rug?
It is very close, but it is going to get an advantage on its attack against you. So, give me 1 second.
Good thing I didn't walk on the rug.
So, it is going to crit. It is going to do 10 points of bludgeoning damage to you. And as you reach down and grab it, the rug seems to just kind of wrap up your arm and all over your body as it begins to kind of absorb you inside of it. You are grappled.
Bad rug.
Okay. And it is going to go ahead and roll initiative. So let's go ahead and...
Do we have to re-roll or?
Nope, you guys keep your initiative. So it is going to go ahead and... Boop. So top of the initiative count is going to be Undariel.
I just heard that get eaten. So, look, it's a fucking Aladdin's rug.
Oh shit, it's Aladdin's rug! I know how to
Uh,
make napalm. I think, yeah, I used to know how to make napalm, but continue.
spoiled gasoline.
Yeah.
Well, this one looks like I can stab it, so,
Okay, yeah, you're going to begin stabbing at it. So, you're going to go ahead and do 11 points of damage to the rug, with an additional 2 in lightning damage, and you do 6 points of slashing damage to your ally, and a single point of lightning damage to him.
So wait, that's 7.
Yep, you take 7 points of damage.
casualties of war.
Casualties of war.
Don't worry, once you're unconscious, you'll just slip right out.
Gotcha. It is going to go ahead
I
and
mean,
zap.
if I go unconscious, or don't go unconscious before, I can just get out as well.
Keep Missy stuff.
Yes,
Yeah, it'll be fine.
I've already used it once. Not this session, but
What is the restrictions? What does it say on Misty Step?
You have to see, I think. That's it.
nope. Verbal components, instantaneous, briefly surrounded by
No,
a
I know.
silver.
You have to see.
You have to see where you're going, and you can't see anything outside of the carpet.
Oh, I thought you just said it was around my arm.
No. I said it wrapped all the way up around your body. You are now smothered inside of this carpet.
Oh,
It's
Yep.
giving you a nice big hug.
yeah.
Yeah, it basically dragged you in and kind of like enveloped you. Which is why him attacking cut you. So it is going to be Zap.
Okay, well, I'm going to do something dumb and try to pull my friend out.
Yeah.
You're not going to
Strength.
transform the disc into a net and try to grapple it.
Try to grapple the grappler.
Yeah, I tried.
No, you're unable to pull your friend out.
Looks like you're about to take some damage, buddy.
I'm a healer. I'll bring him back.
Okay, it is going to go ahead and be Ish's turn.
Okie dokie. I forgot.
Cracks knuckles.
Just time to kill him.
Time to practice medicine.
For once, I'm happy you touched something.
Yeah, you're usually the one that touches everything.
And rolls a switch, apparently.
So I'm gonna be.
You're supposed to be the logical one.
Yeah, and he's supposed to be detecting traps. This was a trap. He didn't figure it out.
And I definitely wasn't the one that was going to pull the rug.
Because I knew it was a trap.
I knew it was a trap all along, motherfuckers. Okay, Ish, what would you like to do?
It'd be funny if I was like, detect magic. Dude, guys, there's a trap there.
There is no stretching during D&D.
You can redeem the hydrate, though.
Yes, you can redeem the hydrate, and I have been hydrating, so yes. Hydration.
Can I aim specifically for...
No, any attack made will automatically deal half the damage to the occupant.
It's fine. I've got 3 potions of healing as well.
He's like, do it. I will be the sacrifice, ladies and gentlemen. I will be the sacrifice.
See if you... This is gonna sound bad, but see if you can, like, poke a hole in it that I can maybe, like, just peer out of.
Okay, so I'll aim for the head. Got it.
Aim for your eyes. Okay, stab the knife into them.
You can't see now, bitch!
Wait, so Misty Step for me, since I have blind sight.
You can technically Misty Step within your blind sight range.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Too bad I don't get Misty Step.
Yeah, too bad I don't get Misty Step.
Misty Step next level, but it's not Misty Step.
I guess I'll just pass for now.
Okay, Garnet. It is going to go ahead and be your turn. At the start of your turn, however, you take 10 points of bludgeoning damage as you continue to be slowly suffocated inside the rug. You can attempt a DC 13 escape check using acrobatics or athletics.
Okay. There's also a question. I'll probably try that, but I have a question beforehand.
Sure.
If I look straight up...
You cannot. You are blinded while inside this rug.
Okay, so even if I were to drop down and lay down...
Yeah, no. There is no laying down. There is no up or down. You're kind of just in a giant ball of carpet. And it's not like a very thin carpet either. It's one of those really thick Persian carpets that they hang on walls. This thing is like thicker than you are.
Oh, man.
Thicker than my Kultiran druid.
Thick with 2 C's.
Thick with 3 C's. Get that
Damn.
whole extra C in there.
I guess I'll try an acrobatics.
Yeah, go ahead.
Because athletics definitely is not going to do it.
Yeah, no strength check for you boys. Yeah, you managed to roll yourself out finally from the carpet. As the carpet begins to like grow up. Yes, that is your turn.
So I wouldn't have been able to drink a potion?
No, you would not be able to drink a potion.
Is he restrained or just grappled?
He
I'm
is
out.
grappled. The target is restrained, blinded, and at the risk of suffocation. So you were restrained. It is a very brutal creature. Okay. And it is going to go ahead and go to the Rug of Smothering, and it is going to look around with its blind sight at the 3 creatures before it, and it's just going to go for the one that stabbed at it to see if it can remove it from the battle. So it is going to go ahead and attempt another smother action. No advantage this time against Undariel. Undariel, it's going to hit you. It is going to go ahead and do 7 points of bludgeoning damage.
Can
And you
I
are...
attack it?
You
before it
can.
hits me?
With
Yeah.
a reaction, you can go ahead and
Yeah.
make an attack action against it. Yeah, you're going to hit doing 5 points of slashing damage to it. It is bloodied, but it is still going to grapple you and bring you inside of it.
Hey, it takes 10 points of damage.
It's going to take 10 points. You are correct. So it's going to take another 5 from the lightning damage. That was you. Oops. Plus 5. Oop. And then I need to minus 5 from this guy. Okay. You do take, however, 7 points of bludgeoning and are now blinded, restrained, and at risk of suffocation. Andariel.
Can I speak?
You can speak, yes. However, at the start of your turn, you still take 10 points of bludgeoning damage.
That's fine. Wait, am I top of initiative?
You are top of the initiative, yes.
I have that.
You can half the damage. So you will take 5 points of bludgeoning damage while inside this rug.
Okay. I'm gonna call it a bitch while getting suffocated.
Yeah, it can hear you, so I guess that works. It is going to go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw. It is going to save, however.
Damn it.
It just does not give any fucks about being called a bitch.
It's like, I am a rug.
And that is going to be the
Not a
end of
bitch.
your turn.
I have bonus actions.
No, you are restrained. You technically don't get any actions but at trying to escape, but you used it on calling it a bitch instead. Which I will allow because all it requires is for you to speak. So I allow it. You're a bitch! Okay, next is gonna be Zap.
Sorry, buddy. This is gonna happen.
It's gonna hurt
Transform
you.
Disc
It's
of
gonna hurt
Midas.
me.
Yeah, you're gonna transform the Disc of Midas into a great axe. You're
This is a good way to see if you can kill each other.
gonna hit, killing the Rug of Smothering and dealing 8 points of damage to Andariel. Okay.
Are we in combat still?
Nope, combat ends.
I'm gonna drink a potion.
Yeah.
So what's that?
Start rolling up the Rug of Smothering and shoving it in my bag.
You just like walk over and like pick up what's left of it and you just roll it up and just shove it in your bag. You're like, I'm
It's a
keeping
blanket.
that for later.
It's
I'm
2d4
gonna-
plus 2, right?
I'm gonna sew it up and then I'm gonna put it on the floor in my house so I can step on it all the time.
It's 2d4 plus 4.
Okay.
Jenny, that's kinky.
So no.
Jenny's just like, I killed you and now I'm going to humiliate you in the afterlife.
So
It's
the
the
Rug
equivalent of like having a bear rug, except it's a rug rug.
Yes,
Yeah.
you do have the dead Rug of
It's
Smothering.
gonna be hilarious because on my ship I'm just gonna have a rug. They're gonna be like, "What?" And I'm like, "I killed that rug." They're gonna be like, "Okay then."
Exactly.
Wait, did you even hit the rug in this
Yeah,
release?
so, Zap. You changed the
No,
Disc of
I-
Midas. Everyone, shh. You change the Disc of Midas into your a shield and a flail. Or you pull out your shield and you turn the Disc of Midas into a flail.
Okay, approach very carefully. The statue's holding the shield up.
Okay, yeah, you approach the statues. Everything's a trap at this point. And you approach with your flail out and the shield up.
And your investigation.
What is this?
They just statues, and in the other cubby, a sword hangs on the wall.
I learned anything
Okay.
about touching stuff. Don't touch the sword.
Touch the
Keep
sword.
moving forward.
Okay, so
Like
I'm
the
gonna do something for you guys real quick. I'm gonna go ahead and for this dungeon and this dungeon alone, because of how fucked up it's being, I am making all of you drawings so that you can move yourselves wherever you want. Follow the grid.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Drawing.
Yep. So drawing basically means you don't follow the lock-in positions of the grid.
Oh, we can-
on the
Got
map.
you.
Okay.
Sounds good. Thank you.
So wait, like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, you could still.
That way you guys can follow the grid on the map rather than that.
Okay.
Fuck you, I want to be in the wall.
Yeah, but
Fuck you, I want to be in the
You
wall.
wanna be in the wall.
Aight, Zap, you begin moving down the hallway. watching as you're moving down the hallway with your shield and flail up. Nothing happens.
Just keep on moving until something happens.
Yeah, nothing begins to happen as you make your way across the hallway. You make it to the other end, slowly turned around just to watch the statues and the swords on the wall. Nothing happens.
Let's go, guys.
Okay.
You begin to hear battle music. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. There's no battle music. Okay. Yeah, you guys make it down with no issues. Okay. So, a dead end here, as it turns right. When you finally look around the corner and look into this large room, at the far end there's a pedestal. There's something shining in a faint light at the far end of the pedestal. It kind of glows a shimmery blue. At the base at the base of the pedestal, there is a giant snake skeleton. Just dead.
Snake.
Yep, a giant snake skeleton.
I'm gonna turn back to my snake and tell it not to look.
Don't look. Don't look.
I'm going to walk back to the statues and tell me this again. There's a sword right here.
Yep, there's a sword right there.
And there's no sword in the hands of that thing, I'm assuming, or what?
They're all holding pole arms, the statues.
Interesting. I ask our resident mage, should I touch it?
I don't have detect magic or anything. I mean, I could.
I do.
So, like, I
don't want
It's up to
y'all.
you.
Okay, I don't want y'all to waste a spell slot. I'm going to probably touch it if that's the case. So.
I'm fine. I could waste a spell slot.
No, don't waste
But
it.
I'd
I'm
have to
gonna
get
touch
really close to it to get to detect.
Okay, so
Touch
you
him.
make an investigation check, and as you go up to touch it, it begins to kind of shake on the wall, and immediately you can hear the statues moving behind you. Their pole arms drop to the ground as the statues kind of begin to move themselves out of their position. You've just triggered the trap.
It is a trap. Damn it.
Terrible cave dwellers.
However, that is not the end of the trap.
The snake comes to life too.
Oh no. Do I hear anything in this room?
Nope.
Yeah.
All of the swords burst off the wall and begin to float in the air.
Arthur freaking, I hate you.
Okay. Perfect. So, there you are, Zap. I am going to need you to stay right there while I grab the animated sword and the animated armor off the wall. Flying sword. Boop. Perfect. And that one is going to roll initiative as well. That one's going to get an 8. Sad. Animated armor. And that one's going to roll initiative as well. And that one's going to get a 15.
Haha, still not better than me.
Okay, first on the initiative count is going to be Ondariel.
Uh-huh. I can't do it.
You're just like, what's happening? I hear some playing.
I heard some evil stuff. Did we suck again? Yeah,
all I say is,
Back up. Back
yeah,
up.
back up, swords and armor.
Okay, I'll go in this other room that's totally innocent.
Yeah. Yeah, you
Triggering
enter
the
the
next
room,
trap.
triggering the next trap. No, I'm kidding. It's not. You haven't triggered anything yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Haven't triggered anything yet. There's a nice shiny blue thing on the pedestal, though.
I'll work with that after combat.
Gotcha. Okay, Ondario, you enter the room. Is that it?
Yep.
Okay. Next is going to go ahead and be Zap.
Okay, well. I'm armored.
You're going to what? Flail on the armor?
Yep.
Yeah, as you turn around and you hit it with the flail, it kind of just bounces off the armor and you hear a resounding gong from it. It doesn't do anything.
Uh-oh. Back up in the hallway. Disengaging.
Yep. Yeah, you disengage back, standing in the hallway, blocking off the rest of your party. Ish, it is your turn.
I'm gonna switch places with my.
Yeah, you switch places with your snake.
Okay.
Did you just do a chess move?
Yep.
Absolutely. Perfect.
So what are you going to do, Ish?
I'm going to. Cast spike growth on that point right there.
You're going to cast Spike Growth?
Yeah.
Oh,
And it's technically 20 feet, so if you're measuring with the squares, it would go to right before him.
okay. That's fine.
But it would get these two in it.
Let's see. I'm looking for Spiky Growth. Spiky Growth. Spiky Growth. Spiky Growth. Here, let me look up Spike Growth.
I've used it before.
I know. I just gotta pull up the image. I already have that. What are you talking about? Spike. Da, da, da.
Try looking up thorn or something.
Here. There we go. And you cast it. Here, let me go ahead and is drawing.
On technically this part. But
Right. So it does go in the hallways as well. So let's go boop and boop. And then that is going to go down to there. Boom. So the spike growth takes up that whole hallway as it sprouts thorns from the ground, as plants begin to emerge from the stone, tearing up the stonework.
technically, no.
Never mind. Everything just becomes spiky. That's right. The stone becomes spikes itself.
Yeah.
There you go. That is the proper description.
Here, I will post it.
Okay. Area becomes difficult terrain. Creature moves into or within. Takes 2d4 damage for every 5 feet it travels. Any creature that can... Okay, yeah. Okay. Then it is going to be the end of your turn. Okay. So, first is going to go ahead and be the flying, or the animated armor. Flying swords go very last. So this dude is going to 5, 10, 15, and is going to take 6d4 piercing damage.
Okay, well then, there's 4. and
Okay.
There's 2.
So it's going to go ahead and take 18 points of damage. is happening. Let's go ahead and yeah, that's gonna take minus 18. Alright, wow. So that's what, 15? Save settings. Okay. Oh, because it's considered a drawing. Okay. There we go. So you guys are going to have to use your character sheets to adjust your HP while you are drawings for the time being.
Oh, that's fine.
Okay.
Wait, there's another way to do it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've always
You just-
used the character sheet.
You can click on your character. It'll pop up with the bubble. And you
And in the
can
green
can
thing,
click in
you
it
press
and
minus+.
minus or plus and add your
Been doing
HP
on a
that
very
way.
map this full time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're fucking hopeless. Both of the animated constructs are going to make slam attacks against Zap. First one's going to miss. The second one, however, is going to hit for 5 points of bludgeoning damage as it smashes down. And it is going to go ahead and be Garnet.
This doesn't seem great to fight in.
It's better to have them like bottlenecked so they can't do
Yeah.
much damage.
If you can move over one, I can move back and
Yeah, if
really
you-
bottleneck him.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Guess move over there.
Okay.
Where are you? Do I want to frost? Yeah, I'm a frostbite or cast frostbite on that one.
Okay.
That's the.
It's going to make a
DC
con save. It's going to fail, taking 10 points of cold damage.
And
Yeah.
disadvantage on its next melee attack.
Okay. And it's going to take disadvantage on its next melee attack. Boom. Anything else? Okay.
No.
Next are going to be the flying swords, who are going to fly above the spike growth, as they can fly. And they're going to make 3 sword attacks against Zap. One's going to hit for 8 points of slashing.
They can take up spaces with the.
Yep, because they float above them. They're not actually in the same square. And then so 2 are going to miss, 1's going to hit, so you do take 8.
Yep.
Okay. And that is going to go ahead and be the end of that. Andariel, starting the top of the initiative count. So I will move these slightly off their counterparts. Boom.
I'm just here.
You're just there?
Yeah. Zap can have a bardic inspiration.
Yeah. You cast Bardic Inspiration on Zap. Or you give him Bardic Inspiration.
You.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Zap, it's top of the initiative, or your turn, not top.
Disengage.
Okay.
Transform Discomitis
Yep.
to a
Into a what?
lance.
Gotcha. You transform it into a lance, putting away your shield.
Nope. Lance can still have shield out.
Can it?
Is it a two-handed?
I believe that it is a two-handed.
It's versatile, I believe.
Lance. 5e. Requires 2 hands to wield when you are not mounted.
So I'm not mounted.
You are not mounted.
So it is one-handed then.
Wait, I'll give you an illusionary horse.
Okay, cool. So
No.
then-
So you need 2 hands when you are not mounted.
If you are bound.
sorry, I misread that. Then in that case, I will still lance him.
Okay.
character sheet. Sorry, honey.
Yeah, you're good.
And Lance.
Yeah, you're going to miss as it's kind of just bashes the lance to the side. You do have Bardic, so
1d8 or 1d6?
1d8. Yeah, you're going to hit just over its AC as you push past it, trying to knock the lance out of the way, and you punch through the breastplate of its armor. And as you do, it kind of just crumbles to the ground before you as it falls to pieces. Yep.
Hey,
Okay. Anything else, Zap?
that's it.
Perfect. It's going to be Ish.
I'm assuming those swords are within my range. Now.
They are within range, yes.
Can I see the swords?
Yes, you can see the swords.
Both of them?
Yep.
Okay, I'm just gonna attack that one
Okay.
with my longbow.
With your longbow. Okay.
Oops.
Yeah, that's gonna miss.
Next one.
The next one's gonna hit, doing 14 piercing damage and no poison.
Yeah, I mean, I figured. Can't really poison a sword.
I mean, you could try.
I could apply poison to it,
You could apply poison to it.
but I don't want to do that.
So as you shoot your arrow, it bounces off the blade. But it does do a considerable amount of damage to the ancient blade floating in the air. It is going to go ahead and be the animated armor's turn. So, it's going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, taking a total of 8. That's 5, 10, 15, 20. So every 5 feet, so 4. Yeah, so 8d4 piercing damage. That's going to take 15. Okay. And it is going to... Yeah, it's going to be bloodied, but it's still going to be up. And then it's going to move out of the area. Let's make it a drawing again. Is drawing, move forward, not drawing, and it's going to make a slam attack against
I can see one. Oh.
Zap. Ah, yes, perfect. It's going to make slam attack, no. It's going to miss with its slam attack against Zap, and then it is going to go ahead and be Garnet. Yeah, you're going to ice knife, I'm assuming the construct? Can anyone hear me?
Yeah, he's muted.
Okay.
Why the fuck was I muted?
Great question. You're going to ice knife which one?
The construct.
Gotcha. You ice knife the construct and you miss. So it does not do piercing, but however, they will make dexterity saving throws.
Yeah, everything in a 5-foot radius, I think it
Does
is.
that include you?
No. Actually, it does. It does include
You might
Ish.
wanna aim for this one.
Yeah.
Or...
So you would probably want to aim for this one here, the floating sword behind.
Yeah.
probably, yeah.
Okay.
That way everything.
I'll let you change that. It still does not do the piercing damage, but everything but you guys will make the dexterity saving throws. For the first suit of armor is going to save. The second, however, is going to fail. And now the 3 flying swords. Succeed, succeed, succeed.
Jesus.
So the only one
So
that
it did
fails is the
nothing.
construct back here. And he's going to take a total of 10 points of cold damage.
Okay.
Yeah. He's rolling ridiculous.
They also all have pluses to their dexterity.
Why? Well, I mean, the swords I get, but the suit of armor making the same.
Technically, actually, one of them just crit, and the other just failed, so that works.
Yeah.
It's going to be the flying swords' turns, I assume?
I do have a question.
Yeah.
From back in this room over here.
Mm-hmm.
When I tried to comprehend language and counterspell, that used the spell slot, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then yeah, that'll be it.
Okay. That is going to go ahead and be the Flying Sword's turns next. It's going to fly up above its suit of armor, and actually it's going to provoke an opportunity attack from all of you.
Yay! Wait, I
shoot it with a crossbow.
Okay.
I actually get an advantage to that. So.
You can't shoot it with a crossbow, but nice try.
I know.
So the lance is going to miss. The scimitar is going to hit for 8 points of slashing damage.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure I didn't get it.
It is going to die to that slashing. So
Okay,
Garnet,
so
you won't have
use
to
one.
proc. Yeah. The next one's going to fly up, though, however, and fly above Zap, which is going to provoke an opportunity attack from you, Garnet.
I don't know if I want to try to hit it with a dagger or.
I mean, it's better than nothing.
I mean, I have the. Yeah. I'll try and hit it with a dagger.
Okay. Yeah, you hit with
Well,
the dagger.
Guess I hit!
You're like, I guess this dagger won't do anything. Stab, crit, slit
Yep.
its sword.
So you do 6 points of damage. It is bloodied at this point. The other sword's going to come flying by and fly above Garnet's head, and this last one's going to fly and be above the animate armor's head. So one's going to make a slash attack.
So technically, my snake would get at least one.
Okay, so I'll do it on the first one that Garnet just attacked. Go ahead. Okay, so the snake's going to hit, doing another 5 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
It is
It's
pretty
on
fucked
fucking
up.
1 health, isn't it?
It's pretty fucked up, but it's not at 1 HP. The 3 swords are going to come up. 2 of them are going to make attacks against Zap, and the other's going to make an attack against Garnet. I'll do Garnet first.
See if I fucking die.
It's going to hit for 3 points of slashing damage.
3 points is not.
The attacks against
Bad.
Zap, the first one's going to hit for 7 against Zap. The second one's going to miss, however.
Ow.
And then it is going to be Undariel's turn.
You can see them. I can fight.
I can
I
see.
can fight!
So, what's the chances a sword can hear me?
That's a great question. Just assume that
Considering
it...
the carpet heard you,
Yeah,
pretty high.
yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
It has to be
I
able
mean,
to take commands from something.
Fair enough. The sword that was like almost bloodied is a bitch.
Okay, it's going to make a wisdom saving throw. It's immune to psychic damage.
Of course it is.
I was waiting for it.
Yeah.
It rolled, its wisdom save was a -1, mind you.
Dang.
You called it a bitch only for it to not understand.
No, it understands. It's just like so.
So, I'm
What are you
an
gonna do about
ancient flying sword. What are you going to do about it? Undial, anything
Weird
else?
If I wasn't a bitch.
Right?
Ish can have some bardic inspiration.
Ish has bardic inspiration. It's going to go ahead and be Zap's turn. Second wind, I like it. You heal for a total of 10 points of damage.
Yay.
Ayo.
Okay, then disengage.
Yeah, you're going to disengage. Just leave Garnet in that corner to get absolutely ass raped by everything.
Good luck, homie.
Good luck, homie.
A crossbow.
Yep.
Because I have disadvantage with attacking with the lance right there.
Yeah, you're going to go ahead and pull out or change the weapon to the crossbow. And that is going to be the end of your turn for Ish.
Okay.
Tells me to move into that corner, then says peace out.
Peace. Yeah, what are you going to do? You're going to scimitar killing that blade.
My healing's a touch ability, so if you want to get healed, come close.
Hey, there you
Real
go.
close.
Yeah, he's floating in this square here. He's just going to be off to the side so I can click on both of them. Yeah, you're going to miss, however, with that second scimitar, as it kind of just parries your blade. But the next one comes through and actually manages to do 9 points of damage. Which is pretty nice. Pretty nice.
And then my snake is gonna bite that one.
Okay. Yeah, it's going to miss, however, as the blade kind of just floats out of its reach. It's going to be the animated armor. It's going to walk forward, already being outside of the thorns. It's going to walk forward, blocking off the squishy mage. However, this other one's going to walk 5 feet through the thorns and then out of it, taking 2d4 points of piercing damage. It's going to take 8 points, which is pretty damn good. You're putting in work with these thorns there. Ish.
Right?
They're fucking great right now.
Okay, so one animated armor is going to turn and face Garnet, and he's going to make a slam attack.
But
It's actually going to make a multi-attack and make 2 slam attacks.
if he doesn't kill you, we have it.
Miss, hit for 5 points of bludgeoning.
Right.
The other one's going to reach around the back of that animated armor and attempt to hit Ish with disadvantage slam attacks. Miss. It is then going to be Garnet's turn.
So, this is perfect. Ish, you said we'd get advantage, right? I'm gonna do something, then I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Cast Fireball.
No.
Okay.
I'm a cast Green Flame Blade on the one in front of me.
Okay.
So that's advantage.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's going to be with the dagger as well, because it's a melee attack.
Yeah, you're going to hit. Yeah, you're going to do 5 points of piercing plus 7 for a total of 12.
And then there's a flame jump to the other armor.
For a total of 10 points of damage. Hey. It's a pretty solid amount of damage. Okay.
Then I'm going to cast Misty Step up here behind Nathan.
Yep. I figured that would be the
You're fine.
case.
Bye!
I think he wants a diddle.
Playing it smart. Hell yeah.
Did you want a diddle?
Please. I'm a little low.
He's gonna diddly that booty there. It's gonna be the flying sword's turns. This one's gonna fly over its friend here. The other one's going to be over its friend as well, and they're both gonna make scimitar attacks with disadvantage against Ish. Miss. And that is going to go ahead and be Underdle.
Thank God Misty Step is a bonus action.
Yeah.
What was that supposed to be my name?
Underdle,
Yes.
yes. Underdle.
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 Concrete, yes.
Yes.
Alright, I suppose I'll use the spell slot for the first time.
Zap sees the mage. Misty Step. Yes. Calculated.
Their hair barely have a cure wounds.
Oh, thank Christ.
Yeah, you heal for 11, buddy.
I was... Whew.
Anything else
Jenny,
on Dario?
Did you use your Bardic Inspiration, Jenny?
Me? No, not yet.
Zap did though, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Here, Zap, have another one.
Hey.
Zap has been Bardic Inspired. Next is going to be Zap's.
What?
Inspired.
Bardic Inspired?
Inspired.
From Arkansas, I gotta go.
You begin to stealth.
And then I'm gonna shoot the floating sword.
You do not have advantage. But you're still going to hit for a total of 7. Let's go ahead
Plus
and
lightning.
undrawing that one. Then it's going to do...
Oh shit, I forgot my lightning damage with my 2
Yeah, me
melees.
too.
There you go.
Yeah, it's going to do
I'm
an
the only one
additional
who
1.
remembering the lightning damage.
Okay, yeah. Anything else, Zap?
That's it.
Okay. Next is going to be Ish.
Okay, I'm gonna attack the suit of armor in front of me.
Yep.
Smart.
Yeah, you hit for 5. And enough to kill it with the light. Exactly. You did exactly its HP there.
So it
curse
would have been
broken.
with one.
It would have.
Wow.
Without
Okay,
that
I'm gonna
lightning.
attack the other suit of armor with my offhand.
Yep. Yeah, you do just enough to kill it without the lightning.
Okay.
The curse.
I'm
It's
gonna
broken.
attack that sword
Yep.
with my last extra.
Okay, yeah, and that's going to leave it at 1 HP. With the lightning damage, it
damn it.
kills it.
Okay. Now my
He
snake's
knew it
gonna
was
attack
going to-
one.
Your snake's going to attack the last one. Aight. It's going to hit for 6, but it is not going to, however, do enough to kill it.
Can
It
we
is
keep
at
this lightning
2.
damage forever, so it prevents us from not being able to kill things at 1 damage or 1 health?
Nope.
I know, right?
Nope, get fucked. Sorry.
Bad
Okay,
DM doesn't.
Ish, that's the end of your turn. It's going to be the
Can we
suit
get-
of armor who's going to attempt to move through 10d4 points of piercing damage. Let's see if it just gets absolutely obliterated here. Yeah, that's 27. That leaves it at 6 HP.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it just goes. It comes through, and its legs are just like holes.
We-
Yeah. Nathan,
It's
just quickly go over there, and you'll just see a green square.
No, I see the terrain through here.
Yeah.
Where was it though? Did it walk from down here or something?
Yeah, he walked
Okay.
from all the way down here.
Just,
This thorny whatever ground is putting in work.
Yeah, the spike growth was like this single best placed spell so far.
Is there a way to teleport people?
No, not against their will.
Damn.
Misty, but you know.
The animated suit of armor is going to walk up with disadvantage, double slam against Ish. Is going to hit.
Reaction.
Yep, it's still going to hit for 8 points of bludgeoning.
You just had to. Attack.
I did-
The
I
only
did.
the only health that I took was me giving to my snake.
Yep, and now you've taken 8 points of bludgeoning, and then the next attack is going to be without disadvantage.
Yeah.
But it is going to miss. It is going to go ahead and be Garnet, and then it'll be the Flying Sword, which means you still do not have the effects of the cloak until next turn.
Yeah.
But Garnet.
so, do I see any of them?
You can, with disadvantage, if you wanted to, see the suit of armor or the sword, but they're kind of out of your view.
If it's an on-site spell. You know.
Yeah, you'd be able to see part of them. That means that's enough.
Okay. Frostbite is
You just
creature-
see them, and then they have to
see.
make a
Yeah,
con
you can
save.
see.
Yep.
Yeah.
So which
So
one? Animated armor or the flying sword?
Flying sword.
Flying sword is going to make a con save. It is going to fail, taking 8 points of damage, killing the sword.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about it.
That is correct. You do not have to worry about it.
You're
Dario,
welcome.
Call him a bitch.
Undariel, it is your turn.
You know, I bet that armor is a bitch. I bet he never knew his mother, so he never get the love of a child. That's why I grew up like this.
Gotcha. He gets a -3 on his wisdom save.
But
He's immune to psychic damage.
No, I wasn't. No, I'm gonna bend a crossbow bolt through my party.
Yeah. So you're gonna hit Zap in the back of the head, killing him
He's shorter than
instantly. I know, and you're gonna still shoot him in the back of the head.
Just to shoot him.
I
Nothing
need a better
personal, kid.
angle. Crouches down.
Be like, I gotta
Need
steady it. I'm gonna use your head.
Yeah. I'm gonna use my arm to steady it, or my
Fuck,
fucking
what's
knee.
the guy who shoots apples off?
William Tell.
Yeah.
Alright, so what are you gonna do on Daryl?
Well, since everyone in front of me is a lot shorter than me, I will actually just crossbow.
Okay, go ahead with disadvantage.
Disadvantage, y'all.
Yeah, it's going to miss. Next is going to be Zapparuni.
Okay, I'm gonna disengage.
Okay.
And then axe.
Yeah. Yeah, you're gonna fucking absolutely obliterate this poor suit of armor.
There you go, bud.
Okay, yeah, just absolutely obliterated.
I'm gonna let my spike growth.
Yeah, you're gonna let your spike growth go.
Short rest.
Where did we want to do it at that we know is safe?
Well, this room potentially has more traps.
Yeah.
Let's go
That's the
hide.
room we
Let's go
haven't-
hide in the armor cubbies.
Let's each take a cubby.
Let's each take
This
a
is
cubby.
mine. Fuck you.
I'm going to... Is there anything special about the swords, or can they
Nope.
be salvaged?
They're not salvageable.
I rip open the chest of the suit of armor.
Yeah.
Sleep in it.
Sleep in it. Gotcha.
So your rest. And
Fucking
goodbye.
weirdos. Go ahead and take your short rest.
Okay. 2 hit die. And then we get another D6.
Yep. If you're doing another Song of Rest, yes.
And a fun inspiration.
10. Oh wait.
7.
Oh,
See ya.
you gain all your verdict. Yeah, so 10 and another D6. 14?
Oh wow, I didn't. Low.
No, that's 33. What am I doing?
Yeah, they got beat up.
Yeah. I only took like 8 damage.
Yeah, Ish is just like, ha, you guys are funny. I didn't take shit.
Yeah, we can't do more than one, can we?
Yeah.
You can. You can use as many hit die as you like. Up to half your level at
No,
one
you
time.
can use however many you want.
Just
but you
1d6.
regain half.
Yeah,
Yeah,
when
okay.
you-
that's right. You regain half on a long rest.
Yeah,
That is
I'll be fine
right.
at 40.
Yep. Okay, so you guys finished the long rest uninterrupted.
Short.
The short rest uninterrupted.
Long rest. Fuck yeah.
The short rest. Yeah. Yes, you walk in and you begin to investigate. You can tell that the entirety of this tomb was constructed to house whatever is on that pedestal. It seems like the focal point of all of the energy is coalescing directly in front of you.
Okay, I touched the last thing. I think it's your turn.
I think it's my turn. I have to do the
I
stupidest
pick
one.
it up
Come
and
on.
pull it. No, just kidding.
You can tell that the snake that was laying on the ground was once a long-lived guardian of the tomb, but it has
Alright, I
since
walk up.
died.
I walk up to the snake.
Yep.
I crack my knuckles.
Yep.
And I cast
No.
reanimate.
No.
You're gonna cast reanimate?
I don't have
No.
it yet.
Yeah, I figured as much.
Besides, it only works on humanoids.
Reanimate on human.
I'm gonna walk up to the snake, and I'm going to pat it on its head and tell it it did good.
Okay. Yeah.
Snake says thank you.
The snake
and
gets
then
up
I'm
and goes,
gonna-
"Thanks, B," and then dies again.
Yeah. And then I'm gonna look at what's on the pedestal. What is it?
You can see half of a scarab on the pedestal. It seems to be kind of the upper left half of a scarab.
Okay. I'm going to.
I'm going to prepare my crossbow. If it moves, shoot it.
Okay. You grab your crossbow and you point it at the skeleton. If you move, you die.
You know, I like that. I like that logic with this dungeon.
I'm gonna pick it up.
Okay.
Oh no.
Yeah, you pick
Wait,
it up.
can I ready my crossbow first?
Yes, you can ready your crossbow.
Yeah. Can I ready a firebolt?
Yes, you can ready a firebolt.
Look, precaution at least. Tell us when you're gonna touch a stupid thing.
I'm gonna pick it up.
Yeah, you pick it up. The entire rest of your party are pointing shit at the skeleton. And as you begin to pick it up, the bones on the rib of the creature begin to move. And they begin to click into place.
It's Rattlegore.
Yeah, it is Rattlegore. What? You're already shooting the crossbow? All it's doing is slightly, like, twitching. You just, like, shoot it!
What if it was just like? What if it was just like getting up to be like, thank you for
Releasing my
releasing me of my
spirit.
duty.
No!
Stealth bonus and or if you're at the small bonus and everything.
You're like, fuck you!
The lightning damage is fury of the small.
Okay. So,
Ah!
As it begins to rise up immediately, you begin to go ham into it. You deal a total of 19, 24. You don't get sneak attack on it, however.
I mean,
And you do 24 points of damage to the creature.
Killing it instant. No.
Oh. That's going to be... Boom. Okay, it is not bloodied.
Do I get mine off as well?
You do get yours off as well, and so does Ondariel.
Oh, that was with advantage.
Yeah. So,
9.
as it begins to come together, a strange shimmery field appears around the creature, and the firebolt bounces off of it. Ondariel. Also, your crossbow bolt also bounces off the shimmery field. As it rises...
Crossbow managed to make it through.
Yeah, the first crossbow bolt fucking pierces right through. He was just like, it's moving! Kill it! Alright, so as it begins to rise and it's going to start speaking. You have disturbed the trial of the kings. You
We are the kings.
will
We come in
not
behalf
leave this place.
Come on behalf of the king.
The trial shall be passed, or you will perish.
Very well.
And in response to starting combat, it is going to go ahead and cast Lightning Bolt. All of you make a dexterity saving throw.
lightning bolt.
No.
You have to roll 19. That's not a 19.
Damn it, Gameth. You're the only one who failed.
Of course.
Everybody else takes 11 points of lightning damage while you take 22.
Fucking Christ! No, that's not...
Are you unconscious?
No, I go to 11.
And then it is going to be Ondariel at the top of the initiative count.
Change my life to 29. So... Crossbow didn't work. Firebolt didn't work.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Missed. Or
Ish is close. Have a Bardic Inspiration.
Yeah. Bardic Inspiration.
Gamma's gonna die, so have a diddle.
You're going to diddle him. Aye. You heal him for 7 points.
So I go to 18.
Congrats. Next is going to be Zap.
Okay.
Yeah.
Stealth?
You go down into stealth.
Do I advantage or no?
Nope, no advantage.
You're literally crouching in the middle of the room. Like,
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
never know.
You never know.
to be fair, you're crouching.
There you go, buddy.
However, you are going to crit, doing a total of 17 plus 5. And you do not get extra crit damage on the lightning, however. But the creature is bloodied at this point. Ish, it is your turn.
Who wins, one ancient snake or one small rogue?
I take my chances on the rogue.
I'm gonna move back slightly just because the snake. Am I actually in the snake?
No, you're not actually in the snake.
And then my snake is gonna move from behind me to beside me,
Okay.
and then I'm going to scimitar.
Okay.
What does Blessing of the Interdiction do?
13, 19. What does Blessing of Interdiction do? It is going to go ahead and basically be like a inspiration point. You can change fate for the holy fucking Christ, Jennifer. Holy fuck! Yeah, it is. It is just dead. It is just very, very, very dead.
Hey, don't forget your Bardic Inspiration.
Who wins? One snaky boy or one multi scimitar?
Remember, your Bardic Inspiration, you want to bump those numbers out. Come on.
Okay.
No, because Bardic Inspiration is only for the attack, not the damage.
Yeah, but I mean, the 19, they can go higher.
7 to the 19.
It still wouldn't be a crit.
No, but it's still funny.
It is.
Jesus
Also,
fuck.
I had saved a load of fucking spells for this boss.
Y'all were just having
unleash.
none of it.
Who will win? A book full of spells or 2 scimitars?
Well,
mean,
that was the most unimpressive boss yet, Forrest. Come on.
2 third-level chromatic orbs coming at it. Jenny?
Y'all just walked up to this boss and were like, death. That's what you get.
What?
We are done with this fucking area's traps. Fuck off.
So, you remember when I was walking at the pottery and touching death and everything? Yeah, that's just what happened.
I flying serpent kicked the.
Yeah, you just fucking rising sun kicked this whole boss.
I was gonna cast 2 third-level chromatic orbs at it as well on my turn.
Jesus Christ. Y'all were just like, fucking die!
I just want to see, out of curiosity. What? Why do that now?
He's just like.
Oh, that's comprehend languages. Boop.
What'd he say?
Okay.
You would have hit with one, missed with the other. However,
I
you would have
would've
only
done
done
shit.
17, yeah.
I would have done shit.
Okay.
Damn.
So, you guys have managed to slay the creature, and as it goes, you may have passed this trial. And as its body begins to crumble and turn to ash, but you have yet to pass the others. And then it begins to speak in an unknown language as it begins to
Comprehend
completely,
language. Perfect.
as it
You're
begins to
right.
fade away completely.
See, he should have sounded more surprised. Like, what the fuck just happened?
What? What? No!
Impossible!
Nah, it was.
Yeah, it just did 45 damage to him.
Yeah, no, that was almost the entirety of his life right there.
And that wasn't even my snake.
Jesus Christ. Just 3 crits, man. Three like back-to-back crits.
Is it immune to poison damage?
It is immune to poison damage.
Is it immune to, what, was it immune to psychic?
Yeah, no, it wasn't immune to psychic.
I still would have done 51 damage.
I might have had the chance to do 8.
You were 7 damage off of killing it, by the way, with the 51.
Yeah.
You people are ridiculous. Those 3 back-to-back crits just fucked that whole fight.
It wasn't 3. Okay, it technically
It was
3
actually it was 4 back-to-back crits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
Jesus fuck.
Ish with 2. Jesus
Y'all just looked at this
Christ.
guy wrong. He looked at you wrong, and y'all were like, "We're about to end this man's whole career."
He challenged me,
Hey,
and you know Captain Ish doesn't back down from a challenge.
so immediately, sand begins to pour down from the top of the tomb.
Oh, now we're getting Indiana Jones. Shit, now we're
Now
getting...
you're getting Indiana Jones, boys.
Okay, I'm gonna
I want you guys to use your movement speed to get out.
hang on, look at the party first. Book it.
Book it.
Okay. Bye.
25. 30,
Wait, are we doing still like turn by turn?
35.
No, just tell me how much movement speed it takes you guys to get out.
Hold up, before that,
60.
do I have time to investigate quickly to get anything?
Yeah, you can go ahead and investigate quickly.
Can I help? No, I don't have a help to investigation.
I mean, you could help him giving an advantage if you want to.
Yeah, because
Okay.
I know I can get out pretty fast.
Advantage. Yes, you begin to look around, and you do notice something in the bottom of the place where the scarab was resting.
I'm going to look for traps and then try to take it.
Okay. With your passive
Uh,
perception as you walk up, you don't see any traps.
25.
Before you take it, how fast can you move? Because I can move pretty fast.
Probably not as fast as you.
You start running, I'll grab it and go.
I don't know about that. Okay, you know what? Okay, go.
Okay, so, Garnet, what are you going to do?
Run up and grab it.
It's going to take you 40 feet to get there.
Okay. So normal action would be 30.
Yep. So you can take a dash action, which doubles your movement speed for the turn.
I'm assuming I'm good all the way down here, yeah?
Yeah, I'll take a dash
You just have to
action.
tell me how many feet it takes you and how many full movements it's going to take you to get out.
So far I'm like at 7.
Okay. So,
Okay.
so do you want me? So that's 30.
Yep.
I think.
Okay.
So yeah, I'll grab that there.
So, as you grab into the sand inside of the pedestal, you pull your hands out and a few tiny gems come with it. And you can see that there's more inside of the sands in the pedestal. How long do you want to sit there trying to grab out gems?
I'll do another round.
Okay, so you spend just a few moments there, 6 seconds, as you begin pulling out gems and just trying to shove them as quickly as you can into whatever pockets or bags you might have open at the time. So, a round goes by, and then you begin to flee. Go ahead.
Okay.
And, Andariel, how many feet
rounds.
did it take you to get there? 12 rounds?
12 rounds, yeah.
Okay, so, Garnet, are you gonna do anything on your way out? Because Zap has been making his way out before you.
Well, I'm gonna be casting spells on my way out.
Okay, what spells are you going to cast?
Misty Step.
Okay, how many times?
4 times.
Okay, so,
And I could cast 2 Misty Steps in a turn because I'm gonna use my sorcery points to do a full action.
okay, so, you're actually going to catch the rest of your party and pass Zap on your way out. As you burn the entirety of your energy. You want to spend an extra round there? You can.
Sure.
You can if you want. Yeah, you're just going to burn an extra round there. Fuck.
So I'm moving, 90 feet a turn?
Yeah, damn well. Fuck, dude. Hey, Sheep, how you doing? Yeah, no, you can spend an extra turn just pulling gems out. As you just continue to pull gems, and as you're getting deeper and deeper into the pedestal.
So Andariel, sorry, by the way, did you only go 30 each time? Because I made
Yeah.
it up. Okay.
I think you have 40 moves, don't you?
No, I have 30.
No, she has 30, but she took dash actions.
Dash actions, yeah.
Oh, I forgot that.
Technically, I go really fast too because I get to move an extra movement.
I forgot dashing was a thing.
Oh yeah, so me and Zap are just...
So, during the second round that you're spending there, as you're digging deeper and deeper into the pedestal full of sand, you're pulling out slightly larger gems now. And they're slightly getting larger and larger.
Fuck!
You pull out a giant one.
Risk it.
Yeah, fuck it, one more time.
Okay, so as you're digging through, and you're just basically tearing through the sand, as you're just like, okay, there's got to be something more here. You hit something, and you smash your fingers against it, but you finally manage to dig around, and out comes a fist-sized clear gem. The largest by far. And you know that if you do not leave at this moment, you are going to be trapped in this tomb forever.
Yeah, I'm
And
gone.
you begin
I'm
to
leaving.
move.
Greed is a powerful thing.
With this much movement speed, yes.
So, as you begin to blink out, through, and you're just taking these corners, and you're basically just, grabbing corners and ripping around as you're just, trying to run to catch up after Zap, because you spent an extra 2 turns trying to dig through this pedestal. You finally make it through the rune room, and at this point, giant stones are coming out of the ceiling, and sand is just pouring down on top of you. Everything's
some
blinding
Nightcrawler.
at this point. And as you rip around the last few corners, as you're rushing out, you can see that a large stone begins to drop in front of you. However, you're out of spell slots. And it looks like if you don't do something, anything, this stone that is falling currently is about to trap you inside this tomb. And probably kill you.
Okay. What's... 1 second. What is... Could I
I'm not a
use...
smart person, High Five Peach. I don't remember dash. God, I can't run.
Yeah. So, could I use 2 cold sorcery points and 1 to regain a 2nd level spell slot?
It has to be a cold spell.
Has to be a cold spell?
Yes, it has to be a cold spell. That is the only way you would be able to draw upon the Staff of Winter.
Okay.
What spells do you have for me, Staff of Winter?
Nothing that can get him out. Maybe. Let's see what you can do with it.
Explosion spell to break the rock. Do you have anything that could break the rock?
Can you make a trail of ice to slide on?
You can slip and slide.
No. I mean, I could use Chromatic Orb and try to blast it twice.
With ice damage, though.
Yeah.
Huh. Where are you right now?
He
Where
is
are you?
currently passing around this corner here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, as
Okay.
Zap just tore through the exit just moments before. You can see the slight glow from Garnet's hair as he's just running through this like downpour of sand and rock, and then the entrance starts to crumble before you.
I have an idea, and I'm going to run this by, see if you allow this.
No, you cannot use that, Goss. Sadly, that is for non-players.
Eat a 1st level spell slot to gain 2 sorcery points. Use the 3 sorcery points that I now have to cast Misty Step.
Okay.
To regain a 2nd level spell. Can I do that?
Yeah.
Or if I'm out of, say, like, sorcery points, I could use 2 1st level.
Nope. Okay, so you would have had to cast, as a bonus action, Misty Step twice. You would be out of sorcery points, but you'd be able to burn a spell slot.
I
will allow
5 sorcery points, so
Okay.
to cast Misty Step,
twice.
As
It would cost 4.
it would cost 4.
Yep. So you have 1 sorcery point left, and whatever
Yep.
additional spell slots. So yes, you could burn a spell slot, get some extra sorcery points to convert it into a last-ditch effort Misty Step.
There we go.
I will allow that. So, as you rip around the last corner, and you're tearing through, and you're trying to build up the energy, you're hitting empty. The gas tank is running on fumes at this point, and with the last bit of effort and energy, you take 1 hit die worth of damage, drawing upon the rest of your energy as you finally blink. With the little bit of sight you have left of the outside world, you blink into existence, smashing into Ish. Smashing yourselves into the rock side as that rock comes crashing down, sealing the tomb behind you. Still within your hand is the large diamond that you had managed to fish out of the pedestal.
Well, it looks like you touched all the right stuff this time.
So, you said I take, what, 1 hit die's worth of damage?
1 hit die's worth of damage.
So 1 full d6?
Yep, 1d6 damage.
Okay. So that would be 12. So I'm like clutching this thing as I'm popping out, right?
Yep.
Using Misty Step.
You basically plop into existence directly in front of Ish, and you basically tumble into Ish as you're just like cradling this giant rock in your hand. As like all of the energy leaves your body. You've basically burnt every spell slot. You've burned every ounce of energy you can call upon, and you went so quickly through the twists and turns of that dungeon with Misty Step.
I think he's gonna be a bit exhausted.
Oh, fuck! I'm in. Yes.
Sindrell's going to sit there and be like, "Well, I can only assume you had quite an endeavor, and you've
Sad.
gone and sealed the
Sad.
tomb for God knows how long."
Well, we beat the challenge.
Well, that is good for you. I wish to
beat-
stay here, if that is okay with you, and do a little bit more research. I've managed to copy down the runes, and there's a few things on the entrance of this tomb that I managed to uncover. And a little
Hang
bit
on,
of
we'll help you
research would be
with
the
runes.
best.
We need exactly our party amount, and then you just need to stand on the certain ones.
Uh-huh. He looks back at the sealed tomb. Yes. That makes sense.
I pull out, throwing that gem in my bag of holding and pulling out the rod there.
Okay.
Before you did,
Hang on, I think Zap needs a character flaw moment.
Also, yeah, saying running with this not in the bag of holding will also be pretty stupid, but also could be just my character trying to run out. But yeah, so
It would be kind of character flaw, you're right, but I didn't want that.
It's a shiny.
it's a shiny, yeah.
I completely agree, but I did not want to die.
That is true.
Yeah. Like, I don't mind showing it to everyone once, like, say, me and Zap found this, but boy was it hard to get, and I had to let Zap go before me.
Okay, so, with that done, with that dungeon out of the way, we're actually going to be calling it done for the day, as that is the entirety of what we wanted to get done for the day. We're going to call it a little earlier just because I've been readjusting my sleep schedule, and it's been absolutely fucked, and me and Jenny are just about dead. So we're going to call it an hour early today, but we did a nice 3-hour session, and you guys were able to not only complete the trial, but also walk out with some pretties.
A lot of pretties.
Thank you for the bits there, Hi-Fi. Brendan, thank you as always for the support. Much love from the D&D group here. It always supports everybody here. I mean, it's always appreciated. But for now, this is going to be the end of the session. It will be up on YouTube shortly. As for the rest of you, I will be back to my normal streaming schedule Monday with some ETS more than likely. But
I might as well do this for you before you close.
yeah, come on, hurry up.
I did it.
what?
I subscribed. God.
Oh, you resubscribed but didn't announce it.
Fuck. Aaron.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're supposed to announce it. What the fuck?
God.
What
Sorry.
the fuck, Nathan?
There.
It didn't pop up,
What the fuck out?
but it's all good. We'll figure it out. As for now, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us for D&D, and we will see you next week for the next session. For now,
Bye.
bye. I'm actually, before I send all of you out, if Dungeons at the Dining Table are currently going, I will be sending most of you over there to give some views. We'll see what we can do. Raid channel. Dungeons in the Dining Room. Perfect. They are streaming. So we're going to get you rated over there, boys and girls. And awesome. Mac, thank you for the party. Okay. For now, until next time, and I see you again. Bye.